Rescue Royale Grand Finals live from the HyperX Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I am your host, Jolly. I could not be more excited to be here with you tonight, but of course, I can't do this all on my own. I've got two handsome gentlemen up in the booth that are going to be calling all the action with me tonight. Tools, why not? How you guys feeling?
Thank you, Jolly. I could not be more excited to be here with you today, Tony. 8 competitors here today, and we're going to have a ton of Halo action on the stage.
8 Spartans entered the arena, but there can only be one last Spartan standing here in your American Red Cross Rescue Royale, and you know what? I'm ready for it. I really am.
Yeah, honestly, could not ask for a better day. Raising money for the American Red Cross, playing Halo, and crowning a champion. We're set up here. Let's go back to Jolly on the main stage.
That's right. We are here for 2 reasons tonight. Not only are we about to find out who is destined to be the last Spartan standing to win the Rescue Royale Grand Finals, but today we are here to help raise money for an organization that is a pillar to so many in need, the American Red Cross. Just a couple of weeks ago, Hurricane Ian devastated parts of Florida, making one of the most severe storms the region has ever seen. And as you know, disaster events can happen at any time, such as floods, tornadoes, and hurricanes. And we also know that these devastating events are happening more and more frequently. Disaster survivors living in affected zones need food, shelter, clean water, medical aid, and other essentials just to survive while they piece their lives back together from tragedy. The Red Cross brings these essentials to them, but it is you who makes it possible. So, tonight, we are going to crown a new Rescue Royale champion, and we are going to come together to help raise a bunch of money to offer relief to those impacted by Hurricane Ian. The Rescue Royale is a fundraiser, streamathon, and Halo tournament that helps disaster survivors. Over the past month, streamers from all over the country have started their own fundraisers to stream hope and save lives. And their support has helped raise over $16,000 to help those in need. There we go. And we are just getting started. So I want to bring out somebody who has made a tremendous impact over the past few years for the Red Cross, and this year is no different. He is our top fundraiser over the past month, raising over $4,000 himself. Please welcome Michael Fink. That's a good guy right there walking up.
Thank you. Hi, Jolly.
Hello, Michael. Thank you so much for being here with us. How are you enjoying Vegas?
It's great. This is my first time, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, we're here for a good cause, too, right? Not just to enjoy the city. But speaking of good causes, I want you to kind of give us an explanation of your involvement with the Red Cross, where you started, where you're at, and how you managed to gain so much money this month.
Yeah, so I actually started, Fall Guys was the tournament game last year in 2021 for Rescue Royale. I'm a Fall Guys player, so that's how it started. I was not streaming before Rescue Royale, not playing competitive esports, anything like that, but I figured for a good cause, I might as well dip my toes in the pool, and here we are. Last year raised $2,500 or so and $4,000 this year, and we're just getting started. We're still going strong.
Exactly. Yes. So great to hear. And I know that your goal for this year was to hit at least what you had gotten last year, right? The $2,500, but you exceeded that by $1,500. So what were some of the incentives, I guess, for people to donate? Not just of it going to a good cause, but you had a few things along the way, right? Milestones for yourself to complete.
Yeah, so I had considerably more hair before coming here to Vegas, so that was one of the things. I shaved my head, my arms, my legs. I juggled machetes and fire. Don't try that at home. I've been juggling for a number of years. So we just tried to spice it up and make it fun, so that's how we got over the line. Also, thank you, Callow, the top donor, who let me keep my eyebrows. They were on the chopping block as well, but fortunately she said that I could keep those, and I'm very grateful, especially being here now, that I still have them, so thank you.
Yeah, on camera without eyebrows is never a really good look, so I'm glad that she did let you keep those. But kind of tell us about why Red Cross, and I guess why this event in particular for last year's Rescue Royale was something that incentivized you to go forward and actually start to make an impact on your own.
So the Red Cross does a lot of great work. There's blood services. I'm a blood donor now. I was not before this event. I encourage you, if you can, to go out and give. It's something that's always in need. But also, obviously, Hurricane Ian, the increasing incidence of storms, earthquakes, major weather events like this, the Red Cross is going to become increasingly more important over time. So it just felt like something, a way to give back, something that I could do from the comfort of home, sitting in a chair, playing silly video games or whatever. And it's something I look forward to continuing in the future as well.
Yeah, and you still played Fall Guys this time. So we have, a bunch of people who were collecting donations over the last month. It's not just Halo, right? Even though that's what this event is about. So how has your streaming career kind of worked out since you started last year with Rescue Royale?
Well, I've made a ton of friends, and that's a big part of it for me. Since I'm a part-time streamer, I don't really have a dedicated schedule. And it's something I do hope to keep growing, especially in the realm of charity streams. So stay tuned. We're still getting started. We're still carrying forward the whole horse brand, so to speak. So yeah, it's been fun, and I look forward to continuing.
That's awesome. Well, we love to hear that. And of course, we do want to hear what your Twitch channel is so that people who are interested in following you, if you're a Fall Guys fan or not. So what would that Twitch link be? And is there anybody specifically else that you wanted to call out that was a big donor, that is somebody that you want to recognize?
So I have a list here, actually. It's twitch.tv/punctualpony. I stream oftentimes in a horse mask. I was going to wear it here on stage, but I thought I might trip on the way up.
I was wondering what that was.
I neglected to do that, but a huge shout out to Callow, again, who let me keep my eyebrows, Diamonds, Bleebly, Check Smack, Broloff, Steve, Bailey, and Sabatino, Aptibu, Wasabi, GK, Mom and Dad, hi, Mom and Dad, and shout out to my buddy Gorpo, who set me up streaming because I had no idea what I was doing at the outset. But I encourage you, if you're watching today, if you play any kind of video game, it's really not that hard to set up, and you can do something great for a good cause like this as well. Anyone can really do it, so I encourage you. And shout out to all the other fundraisers as well while I'm up here, everyone else who participated in this event for a good cause.
We love to hear it. Thank you so much for everything you've done for the American Red Cross, for the Rescue Royale here, and will continue to do in the future. We appreciate you. Michael Fink, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
All right, and he's just the first, guys. 2 weeks ago, we held an open qualifier where players from all over the world went head-to-head in Halo Infinite Last Spartan Standing, competing for their chance to win a trip to Las Vegas to compete live on this stage here at the HyperX Arena. 8 of those players prove that they have what it takes to join us on the stage here today. So let's take a look at how they got here.
We have Halo players from all around competing for an opportunity to go to Las Vegas. GXD has just dominated the lobby. I mean,
shocking anthem.
Oh, the shocking battle.
Phenomenal player, great shot. But
A moment of silence for Fangs.
another that comes in, that's going to be the 6th for one more. That on-screen amplified, you may have 8.
You are the first class in that place. Let me tell you what, you are flying first class.
RNG, it's about positioning and timing. That big stick, that's what really set things off for Joe. So much momentum, even able to reload. Going off. It's not even just about the kills, the consistency. It's fighting for every single overshield. It's dropping the killing frenzy as this man is absolutely decimating everyone in the lobby. Who is this guy? Fresh off the seas, but I'm still recovering right now. I was thinking those close quarter engagements is going to be so important. You're getting value out of that assault. There's going to be certain positions on the map that are just hardy, steal away some kills, and even somehow get out alive. See a killing spree out of Sharpsea. Loving what I'm seeing so far.
The Sharpsea's going insane. This man knows it's a kill race. They have earned themselves a trip to the fabulous city of Las Vegas.
Woo! That right there is proof that we are going to have an intense final. But are you guys ready to meet our Spartans? All right, we got our personal rappers up there. Tools, wind up, bring them on out.
Our first competitor got 8th place in the qualifier, earned a trip all the way from Kingsland, Georgia, a true demon on the sticks, Tony.
You know this man is all about hard work and talent. There can't be any luck about it because he's kind of a jinx. JC.
Ooh, come out to the tunnel, Jinx JC. Look at this man.
Yes.
The fist up in pride. Jinx GC making his way to the stage.
Love this man right here. Solid little fist bumps. He's ready walking down these stairs. This man is ready for some competition. His last Spartan standing, and he knows he can be one of them.
Well, you're here on stage now. You better be ready, Jinx JC. How are you feeling about Vegas and your competition today?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think these guys got pretty lucky in the qualifiers here, and I don't think they're going to get lucky again.
Ooh, alrighty, might be coming in at number 8, but that is not number 8 talk right there. Thank you so much. Give it up for Jinx JC.
Our place, and he made all of the noise in the qualifiers.
This man, you know he's about to make some noise. Let me get it. Come with me. For Howler 1.
Oh, man, he is feeling himself, and I tell you what, this man has been having a blast in Las Vegas. The luscious locks are out, and he's locked and loaded.
He
for
looks
today's
confident.
competition.
He looks ready.
Woo!
Howler 1, so good to have you here at the HyperX Arena. First off, have you been to Vegas before?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you know your way around here. So how well are you going to do here on the stage then?
I've never been on this stage, though, so we'll see.
We'll see. All right, well, we talk it up then. How are you going to perform today? How do you feel?
Oh, we're going to kick butt.
Yeah, there we go. I like to hear it. Howler 1, everyone.
From the heart of Halo Heaven, Temple, Texas, the ping god, he was able to sweep his way through the competition. In the qualifier, he made so many impactful plays. Our next competitor is no one to sneeze at.
I know he already plans on slicing through the competition like hot butter. Smart, intelligent, witty. Some might say this man is sharp. See!
Sharp C was an absolute demon. Some may call him a phenom, and I know he's been prepared today. He's been in the lab, training, doing his best to ensure he gets a first place finish.
I saw him warming up with that commando. My man, he looked good with the commando rifle. Watch out for Sharp C.
All right, Sharp, so you're coming in at number 6 here, but I have a feeling you and a lot of other people who have been watching the qualifiers was expecting you to place a bit higher. So is that how you're going to end out the day?
I'm going to be first, for sure.
Number 1. All right, we love to hear it. Have you been to Vegas before?
No, this is first time.
First time? All right, first time, and you're looking for a big win. Well, good luck to you. Give it up for Sharpsy.
From Cancun, Mexico, he had one heck of a trip to get here. This guy is the phenom from Mexico, ready to take the stage.
He's coming in with a ton of moxie. Mexico's finest. Vamos! Gut City! Let's go! Look at that
him, bro. Look at him representing TMM all the way from Mexico, putting the country on his back. Vamos, vamos, Gut City.
My man looking good.
Gug City, we got you on board from Mexico. Are you excited for today's games? How you feeling?
La verdad estoy muy emocionado por competir a este gran nivel. La verdad es que lástima por ellos porque hoy vine a ganar.
All right, Gug City, we're going to see how you perform. If it's anything like our scrims earlier today, it's going to be killer.
During the end of the qualifier, this man was everywhere on the map. It seemed like he was a dominating force, and he's ready to take the stage here in Las Vegas.
They say where there's smoke, there's fire, but I know where there's Joe. There's Shire. Joe M. Shire to the
Joe
stage.
Has been an incredible player. And look at him getting the stretches out, get the butterflies out, because Joe, he's coming for first place. This handsome man is making his way out of the Shire.
That's 6'3" of pure Spartan right there.
That might be the tallest hobbit I've ever seen. Joe M. Shire, welcome to the stage.
Lots of fans out there for you, Joe M. Shire. Good to have you up here. All right, you're going to be the first one that actually gets to sit to the right, meaning you are top 4. So, how are you going to end today? Who's your biggest competition?
Wiccan's my biggest competition. He's going down. I'm going.
Yeah, we love to hear it. Taking down number 1, Joe M. Shire. Give it up.
Mr. Shire may have gotten all of the audience on his side, but this next player, beware if you ever get in his reticle, because he's going to hit you from across the map. It seemed like he was everywhere. Be aware of this next player.
The man comes from the trenches, so you know he's ready for war. You better watch out. You might get caught in the crossfire.
Looking for a first place finish today. Crossfire is one of the best natural aimers that we have. Be aware if you get in the one-on-one fight. Crossfire looking to take some names today.
Crossfire, top 3 player, and I don't think anyone here is surprised by that outcome. How are you feeling about today? And again, are you going for number 1? Who's your biggest competition here?
I'm excited to be here, and everyone's my competition. I'm going to come out on top.
Excellent. Love to hear it. All right, good. Crossfire, one more time.
Our second place finisher from the qualifier was was ready for everything here today. He's a phenom. He's a Twitch streamer. He's a coach. He's one of the best LSS players on the planet. He is ready to take store.
Top player, coach, content creator, and I hear he's one hell of a blackjack player as well. Lay fam, stand up, cause Article's coming to the stage.
Article knows what's up, and he's ready. He wasn't satisfied with a second place finish. He's looking to take notice, looking to be the player to watch. Article knows what the prize is today. First is the only thing on his mind.
One of the favorites right there. That's one of the favorites.
And Article, you're one of the few that has done this before. You're pretty frequent in the scene. You've been around for a long time. So, how's your day looking? You going straight for the top? You gonna make it quick?
I came here to win, and that was it. And it's gonna be a good time. It's a good competition. Your day is going great. Job's not done. Like I said, I'm here. I came here to win. That's it.
All right. Article earlier said he's top 2, but he's not number 2. So we'll have to see if that comes in later on. Article, everyone.
Well, our first place finisher from the qualifier might have something to say about that, Tony, because he absolutely blew through the competition, won by double-digit points, and he's looking to establish himself as the best LSS player on the planet.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I thought my man's name was Win, because that's all I see him do, but I found out real quick, his name is Wicked.
Wicked is an absolute beast. He not only won first place in our qualifier, but so often, whenever you see him in the pro LSS lobbies, he's taking the top prize. He is an absolute force to be reckoned with in Last Spartan Standing.
Wiccan, you're number 1 for a reason. I couldn't even ask the question to everybody who's your biggest competition because every time it's Wiccan, Wiccan, Wiccan. So are you taking everyone down today or are their sights going to be on you?
So I think I dropped 73 points in the qualifier. I think I'm going to do 100 today. I think so.
All right, that's a goal that we are going to have to see. Wiccan! Alrighty, we got 8 Spartans on board. Let's give it up one more time for everybody here today.
Tony, I'm so excited.
And I think it's about time for our game. So you know what? Let's head up to the booth and see what our players have in store for us tonight.
This is going to be an incredible competition, Tony. I mean, it's so excited for what we have today. Guys, if you don't know, I'm Tools, and that's Why Not Be Reckless, a.k.a. Tony, a.k.a. Why Not, a.k.a. kind of a big freaking deal. Tony, Last Spartan Standing is the game today, and I'm so excited to see these 8 players battle it out in today's competition.
I've always been a big fan of Last Spartan Standing, and honestly, I want it back in the playlist rotation. You guys are going to be a fan of it after this weekend. I promise you the core principles of Halo are there. Fight for that map control. Make sure you're getting those kills to get yourself some better weapons and valuing your life. You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like the core principles of competitive Halo.
Honestly, Halo is played on its highest stage today. I'm excited to see the competition. What I'm even more excited about, Tony, not only the Halo gameplay, but we have more in store, right? This is for a great cause. The American Red Cross is able to provide so much support to those in need. Oftentimes, the first responders to these disasters. Just a couple weeks ago, we had landfall with Hurricane Ian in Florida, and they were able to provide so much support. I know that they've been able to provide over 1 million meals in the last couple weeks, and it's not even about the immediate support. American Red Cross also is there for prolonged periods of time, providing shelter, making sure that people's lives can return to normal and that they're able to get some sort of normalcy in their life. Honestly, with these disasters happening, I'm glad that we have an organization like the American Red Cross here to support. And if you guys want to help the cause, there's that QR code on screen for you. Make sure that you're helping. We'll see your donations. We're trying to raise as much money as possible because we know right now those folks in Florida need as much support as possible.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we're going to have some Halo on screen, and obviously we're going to be crowning a champion. We're going to be crowning the last Spartan standing here in your American Red Cross Royale. However, it takes a full team to really make a difference. So that's one thing that I'm really excited about. How about you tell us a little about today's competition? Again, we have Last Spartan Standing coming up here soon.
Yeah, Last Spartan Standing a little bit different from your traditional Halo game. Treat it like a free-for-all, but everyone has the ability to progress their weapon. Every single kill, you get a set point of XP. So everyone's starting with that Disruptor, that shock pistol, and from there they can upgrade to an assault rifle, then a sidekick, so on and so on. The better you do, the better weapons you get. Every elimination you get is 1 point. If you get the first place finish, if you are the last Spartan standing in your game, well, you get an extra bonus point. We're going to play 6 games today. Whoever has the highest score at the end of those games will be crowned our last Spartan standing and the American Red Cross Rescue Royale Grand Champion.
That 2 points for winning obviously going to make a difference, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not worth 3 kills. It's definitely not worth 4 kills. This is going to play a lot more like a kill race than a traditional last Spartan standing. Would you agree with that? I can imagine being a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's going to make the gameplay even more fun, Tony, because so often in last Spartan standing, everyone's playing till the end. They start to value their lives, but when the kills count the most, you're going to see some hyper-aggressive play. And what I love is that we had a qualifier. These 8 players that are behind us, they're the best last Spartan standing players. They have the gunny. They have the skill. They know what it takes to win these games. They know what it takes to put up high kill performances, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for players that are confident in their shot and their ability to be the last Spartan standing.
So it sounds like you're saying that we wouldn't compete on this level of competition.
I don't know, man. I might have to make my way down to that stage.
You ain't doing nothing.
Hey,
you ain't doing nothing. You see that man right there? That's Wiccan.
Hey,
you see that man right next to him? That's Article. You ain't doing nothing. Man, they're going to be topping the leaderboards all season long. They earned their right to be
Hey,
top.
you know what? I will agree with that. They definitely earned their right to be here. You know what? I want to see how they are able to play in this last Spartan standing. Let's get inside our game number 1 and see who can establish dominance early on.
Game number 1 on the way here. Looks like we're starting off with Joe M. Shire. Every time this man's on screen, he usually always wins his gunfights. You see it quick. Goes in for the reach chow. Ends up going down. That's going to be his first death for Joe.
Oh, Gux City, he was able to get that kill, but Howler was lurking with the active camouflage, was ready to take that kill, and now has put himself on the leaderboard, has that assault rifle. Remember, these early kills, they can be more important than the late ones, your 10th, your 11th kill, because it's all about those weapon upgrades.
That camouflage might play huge. As Jake's pushing up with the assault rifle and disruptor combo, looks like Wicked ends up going down to the number 2 seed. Article, big kill for him. That'll long-way disruptor shot going to connect. The residual damage might be enough to take him down. The Jakes goes down. Sharpsy looking away like Steph Curry.
Sharpsy, one incredible shot from him. He gets that damage over time because the disruptor pistol has that EMP effect. Every 3 shots you put in, it does a burst damage and you get damage over time. Able to lay away in cover as his opponent fell and gets that extra kill. But look at this man on screen, Article. He is one of the best LSS players. Unfortunately, Guxity takes him down, but he is going to be an absolute force to deal with on this map.
And clearly Guxity did his homework, because Article loves using that cubby on this very map, and it quickly defaulted to while going down to 1 shot, and Guxity raining down those days to get him right out. Big plays by him as Sharpsy taking height immediately with this active camouflage, not yet to be seen, but a battle going on below. Will Sharpsy elect to drop down and maybe get involved with these gunfights?
And we take a look at this leaderboard. Take a look at Joe M. Shire. He's been an absolute force. 3 kills to his name thus far, and it's going to be important for him to keep that aggression up. But you can already see players collapsing on top of each other. But Howler has a great opportunity. 2 players in front of him, make it 3. Unfortunately, he's going to get the assist, but he knows where the 3rd lurks, and he has an overshield to deal with the damage, but he's getting shot in the back. This is the danger of getting exposed in open areas. There's too many to deal with, and the overshield is completely shredded. Howler's going to see the respawn screen.
He wanted to be the bread in that sandwich right there. Wanted to get into the 3rd-party situation, but ends up becoming the meat right in the middle of 2 different players. His overshield gets shredded and sadly ends up going down. Doesn't get much value whatsoever. Meanwhile, Crossfire dropping once again. One of our higher-seeded players, but a lot of debts to his name. As Article finds himself a kill, ends up going down. Joe Shire goes down once again.
You have to be careful about your positioning on the map, right? Because it's about the bread and the butter, but so often, if you find yourself exposed, you look like a snack for the rest of the enemies. They're going to chomp you down, and you are going to lose respawns. And so often, it's your lives that are more important than the kills, because you want to be alive in the late game.
Call him Butter, because he's on a roll. Wicked, able to take down the number 2 seeded Article. Big plays by him. Now he's able to stay alive here, having 3 lives to work with, and having that grapple, having a couple of grenades to go along with. Lots of utility. Speaking of utility, Sharpsy coming out big with the killing spree. sadly ends up going down. A bit of a caster's curse right there.
Sharpsy and Wiccan are going blow for blow. Both of them have multiple lives left and lead the leaderboard at 5 kills apiece, getting themselves closer and closer to that commando rifle. The first player who's really able to get that commando rifle, find power positions on the map, will be the difference maker today.
And now Crossfire, you see that no lives remaining left, so it's really slowing his game down. And even electing to camp in the corner, he has to do something to stop hitting that death screen. Meanwhile, Wiccan getting aggressive, going right after Howler 1, a very capable player of even winning this tournament, has that commando out. But looks like Crossfire might have ended up going down for the final time here in round 1.
Oh, that's a shame. We start to see the AIs are out. These players have no more respawns, and Wiccan knows how to take advantage, getting that extra bonus points from getting the fallen AI. He's going to be able to upgrade his weapons. It came at a cost, though, Tony, because his position was exposed. Joe M. Shire takes advantage, but not before the XP was gained.
And you see at the bottom middle of the screen, 7, make that 6 Spartans remaining. One of them being an observer. So we only have 5 players on the map. Article trying to dodge, trying to activate the overshoot, has a repulsor though, goes right back in, is able to pop it, now works himself for an active camo in the back pocket. Article having all the utility necessary going into these final battles.
This is so important for him, right? Because there's very few players left on the map. He has this utility to work with, and what I love is he's not popping that camouflage right away. Keep it in the back pocket. Wait for the rainy day to take advantage. So far, we only have 4 players left in this lobby. Article, Wicked, Guxity are making their way, and they are going to be the players to watch out for. And right now, Article and Wiccan leading the race, 7 and 6 kills respectively.
And mind you, Article only having 3 deaths right now. The same for Guxity, so having plenty of opportunity to maybe add to their kill total. Setting up for endgame is going to be huge, but it's all about execution as well. And we see Article with that active camouflage who can execute his next opponent. Nobody in sight just yet. As we start to dwindle down, you're going to see less and less battles until that circle starts to close in. But a big one right in front of Wiccan. Loses his overshield, ends up getting himself a huge kill, taking down Guxity, giving his 4th death, only 2 more remaining.
Wiccan has 8 kills as well. He's leading this lobby. If he can get a first place finish as well as being the kill leader, it could give him a massive lead to work with in game number 1, making his presence known early on.
Wiccan, your number 1 seeded, sitting at 8 and 4 right now. 3 assists to go along with it. Article, your number 2, 7 and 3. They're going head to head. Mono off the screen. Guxity finds himself a huge kill onto Sharpsy. That's going to be his final death. Only 3 Spartans remain.
3 players, 1v1v1. Who will be our last Spartan standing? And so far, Wiccan has a commando and shotgun, but Article lurks in the background. He has 3 lives still to work with and an active camouflage and a thrust. A dangerous player to deal with on the map, but he has a timer in the back of his head. He wants to take advantage of this active camouflage, but it's quickly running out.
Giving up his height advantage to gain value out of his active camouflage can be huge as he finds the backside of one player. The commando shot starts to connect. Beautifully played. Down to 1 shot. Guxity goes. And looks like Guxity now going to have only 1 death to play with. Article having 3.
Yeah, Article and Wiccan in great positions here. Both at 8 kills apiece and have plenty of lives to spare. It's going to be up to Guxity to play spoiler on his last life. If he can find great positions and get these kills, he still has the ability to win this game. But you can already see Wiccan with a BR in hand. He's going to be an impossible player to deal with.
And that battle rifle can be so crucial and critical going into these final battles. Meanwhile, Article right behind him in Slays, or it's actually tied him at the moment, but not having a BR himself, that's going to be huge. As of right now, I think Wiccan needs to get aggressive. He needs to take advantage of having the battle rifle.
Right, you have to be able to get a better position. I would be trying to take down Guxity right now. Guxity's getting so much information, but he's able to stay alive. Fortunately, he doesn't have the rifle superiority, but look at Article. He's lurking underneath. He's looking to take advantage. He's found Guxity. The thrust comes in handy. He gets the elimination. Article on fire.
And now we're down to a 1v1. It's going to be Article going up against Wiccan. Wiccan having the better utility, but not having the extra lives to work with. Article down to 3. The BR in hands for Wiccan. He saw that orb popped up, so he has an idea where Article is. He wants to take height, and with that overshoot, that's going to give him a huge advantage. Now working for yet another equipment.
Oh, the
grab in the back
grapple!
pocket, gets right into the face. Article puts the shot into the body. That's the reason why he's the #1 seed coming into this tournament.
Those supply drops are so vital to your success today. The grapple let him reposition and get into the face of Article. And well, LaFam, he wasn't ready, and now he finds himself on the back foot. Overshield is up, and it's in the hands of Wiccan.
Both of these players only having 2 lives to work with right now. No overshield left for Wiccan as Article was able to shred that, but still having the commando versus the PR advantage is in favor of Wiccan, but both players are going to trade. Both players go down, 1 life remains. We're about to crown the last Spartan standing for this round here as the circle closes in. Mono el mano.
They both respawn, but look at this. Article spawns in the circle. He's taking damage over time. He needs to get into this circle, but lurking behind the way is Wiccan. The shots are in. Article, he's weak. Article goes down. Wiccan.
That's it.
Is your last Spartan standing.
Big win coming in out of Wiccan. I told you, man, we've been pronouncing his name wrong. The K is silent. His name is Win. That's all he does.
That's all he does, man. He got that first seed. He's so dominant on the sticks. Honestly, so impressed with this young man today. He really shows why he's one of the best last Spartan standing players.
The fact that he was able to keep that height advantage, allow Article to get weak from that storm, keep that height advantage, and right when the moment is right, come in with that shotgun, get himself a huge slay. That's what matters. It's about that patience. And clearly Wiccan, even when the lights are brightest, is able to use that patience as a weapon.
Honestly, it was really impressive was the trade that he got on Article on his second to last life. Remember, Article had the advantage. If Wiccan doesn't get that trade, I think that game is clearly Article's to take. Instead, he got up close, got the shotty and the beat down in, and from there, he was able to get the win. In fact, Tony, I want to go down to the stage. I think Jolly has Wiccan ready for an interview.
I got Wiccan down here. My goodness, what a round, #1, Wiccan. Congratulations first off. But second, how are you feeling playing on this HyperX stage?
Dude, this is amazing. This is a great opportunity. Playing with 7 of the best LSS players. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, and what is your relationship like with these players? How frequently do you play with them in LSS?
I know Article really well. He's one of the best players I know. All these players are really good, but yeah, Article is he's my LSS duo.
Ah, so that means he's your #1 target to be taken down, right?
Yeah, basically.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see if we can check in with you more. You called that 100 points. That's going to be something that I keep touching back on because I want to see you hit that goal if you're able to today, but you do have some tough competition here on the board, so thank you. I'm going to throw it back up to the casters in the booth, see what they got to say about that.
That man is a natural-born winner. You know that he wants to take the first place trophy, and, well, he's one step closer. Honestly, an impressive performance for Wiccan, and what a charismatic dude, man. I really love this guy.
The one thing I was worried about some of these competitors is how comfortable are you being uncomfortable? When coming into a LAN environment, you're not in your same setup. So even though players can have a lot of success online, sometimes that won't translate when you come here onto LAN. That was not the case for Wiccan. Wiccan was able to just be calm, cool, and collected the entire time, and when it mattered most, he hit his shots.
Honestly, it's so impressed with how Wiccan was able to play, and how fitting was it that it came down to our #1 and #2 seed, right, Tony? Honestly, seeing those 2 players be the last 2 to battle it out, Wiccan comes on top, but I think Article wants his revenge.
One thing I did notice, shout out to Guxity. Guxity was running really low on lives, but had an innate way of just having that free-for-all mindset where as soon as he heard battle going on, he was able to quickly go in, steal a couple of kills, get himself right out, really doing a great job of staying alive and picking and choosing what battles he entered. Obviously didn't end up in the top 2, but I will say if he continues that mindset, he'll get into some of these final games. He'll get himself into the final 3, final 2, and maybe even pull off a win.
Honestly, I've been really impressed with how Guxty's been able to value his lives at the end of the games. What I want to see him improve on is being alive at the start of games, being able to have a better start. But I just got word. I think we have a huge announcement. Let's go back to Jolly down on the main stage. I think we have some exciting news.
Well, gameplay all around, but that's to be expected with these 8 players on board here. And of course, we can't forget that we are not just here to crown the next Rescue Royale champion, last Spartan standing. We're also here to support the American Red Cross and also victims of Hurricane Ian. And guess what? You're not going to believe this, but I got word that we just had a huge donation, and I don't use that word lightly. That's all caps, H-U-G-E. We just received a donation for $50,000. Absolutely wild. This donation alone will make sure that over 250 families will have food and shelter. Thank you so much for supporting the American Red Cross and, of course, those impacted here by Hurricane Ian. But, like I said, we're just getting started here today. And if you want to donate, of course, you can get started and help people affected by Hurricane Ian. There's that big old QR code that you can scan here. And I'm just going to touch on a few things that your guys' donations are going to be put towards. $5 provides a single blanket. $60 provides diapers, wipes, and formula for one infant. $200 provides a full day of food and shelter to a family of four, so you can see exactly where your money is going and how that's being utilized. On top of that, if you donate $10, you get a Rescue Royale enamel pin. If you donate $50, you get a Rescue Royale first aid kit that can be used in real life, not just in the game. And any donation of $10 or more, you get entered to win one of two packages. This has got Corsair wireless headphones, Elgato game capture cards, RGB headset stands, LED gaming mouse pads, all kinds of things. And then if you hit that $50 marker or more, you're going to be entered to win the opportunity for an even bigger package. Just a little bit of a level up from that previous one. A lot more Elgato stuff, a lot more of the Bladehawks LED and RGB things, the mouse pad, multicolor illumination, digital mixing solution, all kinds of cool stuff. And that's on top of feeling good about yourself, that you are donating to a fantastic cause here that we all care very much about so close to home. So, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. Round number 2 of the Last Spartan Standing will be next, right after this break.
So during the hurricane, there was a couple times it got really, really bad to where our trees were going like from this to this, and the kids were really scared. You know, we were concerned and worried about what was going to happen after, you know, the aftermath of all of it. When we took the shutters off and we opened the door for the first time, what's it all going to look like? Directly after the storm, we knew we couldn't stay at our house at that point. So my husband recommended that we go to the Estero Recreation Center, which he had an experience before with Hurricane Irma, that the Red Cross was there. And so he told me about that, and I was like, okay, let's go. I'd never been to a shelter before, so I was a little nervous because what you see on TV, but it was nothing like that. It was so much different because of the American Red Cross.
It's really amazing. There's no other way for me to use except for the love that the American Red Cross has really showed us and showed our whole family since the moment we got here.
So the American Red Cross came in and we were actually laying down and they just assumed take over the kids area and started playing with all the kids. They went and played basketball with my son and a few of the other kids. She sat down, one of the other ladies from Red Cross sat down and did a puzzle with Gabriel, a 300-piece puzzle. So she has a lot of patience. It was just really nice to see, like my husband said, the love that they showed us and other families and our kids especially.
It's certain that the donors that donate to the American Red Cross, every dollar gets put towards good use. There's babies here that have diapers and their formula, all the way to adults that have hygiene products, clothes. Every basic need has been met for me and my family and for everyone in the shelter, and that's only because of the people that donate.
Welcome back to our American Red Cross Rescue Royale. I'm Tony. I'm Tools. Sorry, that's Tony. Yeah. Tony Tools. You know what? Who is this? Wait, you know what? I'm going to give you a nice introduction. This is Magic. She was one of our top fundraisers, and turns out she's a bit of a Halo caster. So we said, hey, We got to get Magic in the booth. We have to have her for round 2 because she's honestly phenomenal on the mic.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that nice intro. It's been amazing to be like a part of the Halo community at large, but then especially for the Red Cross event. I went all out when it came to the fundraiser. I had a cow mask. You saw this. I had sticky eyeballs all over my face, whatever it takes to raise money for a great cause.
And honestly, Magic, not only were you able to raise a phenomenal amount of money, I think it was $1,000 at the end of everything, but you were also affected by the hurricane itself. You are from Orlando, Florida. Can you give us a little insight about what Hurricane Ian was like and some of the response that you've seen in your area?
Yeah, so initially my charity stream was scheduled for that Wednesday night, but seeing the path of Ian coming right at our house, we actually bumped it up a day. So the charity stream for the American Red Cross was Tuesday night, and I was thankful that we bumped it up because we lost power for, we were pretty lucky, about 15 hours of power, but no internet for about 3 days. So able to get in that charity stream right before being directly impacted by Ian. So it kind of made it hit kind of close to home, quite literally.
How did you feel about your community in general? Honestly, like so many people affected in Florida. How did you feel like it really brought your community together and you saw your neighbors, friends, family getting involved?
I think that the great thing about like the aftermath was seeing the community branch out. So the day after, we just got the whole family in the car. We kind of drove around town and just made sure people were okay. There was a lot of like flooding obviously in the area, but not at people's houses, mostly, on either side of the road. Some places the road was flooded. There was a lot of downed trees, but again, I just feel like really fortunate that it wasn't any that fell like on a neighbor's house. So we did find like a cow that was stuck in a fence, so my husband got out and helped, the person who was the cow owner that was able to like make sure that the cow was safe, was able to be freed, and like there was some impact for sure, but luckily nothing in our immediate area was like hit as hard as it could have been. I really feel like we were fortunate with how we were able to manage with the aftermath.
Absolutely, and honestly, like not only humans are being affected, right? A cow. I was on your Twitter. I was like, wow, this cow like needs help, and you guys were quick to the response. I really like watching your Twitter for so long. I thought it was really neat to see just the community response. And honestly, I love that today our show is brought to by the American Red Cross because they were there on the ground providing meals, making sure that they had the response necessary to help all those in need. And honestly, I'm glad that things are starting to get to normal, but honestly, still a lot of work to go. So guys, if you want to help donate to the cause, there's that QR code on screen. Honestly, every little bit counts. Like just $5, you can provide a blanket. Honestly, it's every little cent counts. And if you donate $10, not only do you get entered for a giveaway, Magic, you also get yourself an enamel pin for today's event. So much to see, but there's also, we're not only doing this for a great cause, we're also getting to see some of the Halo action. How did you feel about today's competition? What kind of players are standing out to you today, Magic?
I mean, I talked to, Louis V. Titan earlier today, and he was talking about some of the players to watch out for, and I have to give him credit because he was right. At the end, Wiccan and Article coming down to the final two were two of the players he said to watch out for. There's a reason they're coming in as number 1 and number 2, and I really like that head-to-head matchup. So a lot of great plays, but I'd say those two are still the ones to watch out for. They got a nice little rivalry that's building.
Let's take a look at some of these replays. It was Article and Wiccan that came down to the end of today's competition. Who else on that stage do you think has a possibility of competing with their top 2 competitors today?
Well, we kind of mentioned it before. We were talking about Guxy and his ability to stay alive with that late game. I found that to be very impressive. And also, I got to go to Sharpsy. Dude, Sharpsy has a nasty shot. And I'm telling you, when he gets over towards these end games, he's going to be a really tough player to deal with. So I would say outside of, obviously, Wiccan and Article, really watch out for those two being Guxity and Sharpsy.
Yeah, honestly, I was really impressed with Sharpsy. He seems less of an LSS player and more of a slayer. You know what I'm saying, Tony? He doesn't really care about his life too much because he has so much confidence in his shot that he's really just coming and gunning right for the competition. I'm really excited to see some of these players show up and perform. And honestly, some people didn't have the best game 1. This is their redemption in round 2. Who will be our last Spartan standing?
On board now,
We're switching gears over towards Crossfire, and that looks like Crossfire is going down quickly. Let's see what Jinx is up to. Jinx put the Disruptor to work almost immediately. Wicked ends up rewarded the kill for that one, and now we're going to go on to Wicked. Look, a little bit of Caster's Curse. Every time we hop on board with somebody, they end up going down.
Honestly, and these early kills are going to be what's so important, so we got to make sure no one is getting cursed in today's gameplay. The Disruptor Pistol, so effective at the damage over time, but you want to get to that AR early on, Magic.
Yeah, the AR is so key because getting off the Disruptor Pistol, that can really slow you down. You see that a lot of players now already jumping in there, getting that first kill to get the weapon upgrade that they're going to need to help get more kills up on the board.
Yeah, remember, every kill counts towards XP. If you look at the middle of their screen, level 3, 300. That means he has a sidekick and an AR to work with. But Wicked looking to quickly advance up this leaderboard, get to that commando rifle. When you get to the commando rifle, you have such a presence on the map. Everyone has to fear you, and you can take control of large swaths. And look at that, an anonymous donation, $20 to the American Red Cross. Honestly, thank you so much. And what we're going to see, hopefully, is a lot of support coming today. And remember, Magic, $50,000. I cannot believe that we've had this much support already today.
Absolutely incredible to hit that milestone, but there's more work to be done for the American Red Cross, and especially with this aftermath of Hurricane Ian. Love to see the donation coming through. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for pitching in for the cause.
Joe Shire looking to put in work with that assault rifle. Having another battle coming in real soon here, but Wicked taking some extra shots as well.
He hasn't
Wicked
died.
Trying to stay alive. Right to the corner he goes. Hasn't been spotted just yet. And comes right back in for the action. Joe Shire does the battle across the map as well. It looks like there's tons of action on screen as we still have 8 enemies remaining here in Observer on the map. Joe Shire trying to do his best to bring us down to 7.
Joe has been so impressive early on in this game. Yeah, I bring it up, and he immediately dies. But that's his first death in today's game already. Joe doing his best. And look, you see him on the cam. He has the hand warmers. He's making sure he's ready for today's action. But Wicked with that overshield is able to take advantage. Howler goes down, and the repulse falls into Wicked's hands.
Yeah, look for Joe Shire because off of that respawn, you know he's going to find his way right back into the action. But right now, we're on board with Wicked. He did win that first round. It was a tight battle there between Article at the end, but he's trying to start off here. He has some equipment to utilize. Watch out for the repulsor. If he tosses somebody in the lava, that's going to be a bad day for them.
Overshield, repulsor, AR, sidekick. This man's just greedy. Got all the grenades in the game. He wants every single bit of utility. It's probably one of the reasons why he's able to make it for so long and pull off that huge win in round 1.
Yeah, we might have to tell him to cool it down, Tony, because today it's not about being greedy. It's about being compassionate and being giving. But when first place is on the line, I think he knows what needs to be done, doing all that he is capable of to ensure that he's getting those kills. But Jinx in a precarious spot, right? Only 2 lives left to his name. That drop pod, it's going to be tasty, but there's players to the left and right. He has to be aware of how he can make this push.
I love the patience here from Jinx. He's still on that Disruptor Pistol. You see the 50 points there from an assist coming through, but not enough to get up to the assault rifle. If he can get another assist, though, that's going to upgrade his weapon and put him right back in this fight.
It's so tough when you're down early on in these games, Tony. Not only having a Disruptor Pistol towards the end game is devastating.
A slow start. He's really going to have to pick it up. Crossfire definitely taking some Crossfire himself. He's down to 1 shot as well. Not stuck on the Disruptor. Has the assault rifle, immediately going to put it to work as he takes down Sharpsy, but only having 1 more life to work with. Before going into that final round, it's going to be really tough when he needs to make sure he starts dying. Meanwhile, Wicked takes an extra death, but has a few to work with. Article only having 2 as well.
And how fitting, our top 2 players still in this action. Wicked and Article seem to be going blow for blow. And Article, he's going ghost, incognito, the camouflage is on, and it's time for him to hunt.
The hunt is on here for Article using the active camo, but during that fight, we also saw Sharpsy's name coming across the kill feed, so another player to watch out for creeping up that scoreboard, just like Article is creeping, trying to set his sights on the next target. He got a quick glimpse there at Joe Shire, but the fight is going to find him, barely dodges that plasma grenade.
Love the article staying alive with this camouflage. Also love the fact that he's utilizing all of the equipment too. He's noticed he used that AI scan, trying to find all of those grenades, trying to find out everything that's going on in the map. Not only is that free intel, but also getting that utility that you want. Of course, he wants himself a threat detector as well. Does Sharpsy immediately taking High Commando in hands, and he wants to get some extra intel as well.
That bonus XP has to be appetizing, right? Just so close to being able to get himself to that shotgun. But when you do hop on that bonus XP, it lets everyone know that you're picking it up. So you have to be careful. He's gonna not risk it. And I can appreciate that. With no lives, Sharpsy needs to make sure that he's finding himself in correct positions to take fights. And Sharpsy, honestly, with no lives left, it's almost a game of hide. You know, it's hide and seek. You cannot be making yourself exposed, but he's going back for the fight anyway.
Like to see that restraint there from Sharpsy. He didn't go for that bonus XP because he doesn't have any lives to kind of gamble with, speaking of right here. So playing it a little bit on the safe side. He might pick up those dynamo grenades. In fact, he doesn't. He rotates away because, again, that would have put him in a position where he's more likely to get spotted out, but he spots a target. He's going to have to collapse on this lone player, finding them on the rotation, looking for the shots with that commando, but did that player just slip out of his net?
Action really starting to slow down here. Finally able to connect those commando shots. Really taking his time. And looks like not able to get the trade articles and to win that one. And that's going to take Sharpsy down. We're down to 4 players remaining at the moment. Even the players that are remaining don't have much lives to work with. Article is on his last one. This could be it very soon for him.
Honestly, that was a death match. Neither one of those players had lives to spare, and now it's the Grim Reaper. Wicked is hiding around the corner. Article needs to survive, but the shotgun comes out. Wicked takes the last life, and now is looking to dominate this game. 3 lives left, and he's already on the BR. Joe M. Shire is able to get the kill, but look at Wicked, a commanding lead thus far with 10 kills and only 3 deaths. He needs to find players, take them down, and get this first place finish.
Smart long-range play here from Wicked, using that BR to try to melt the overshield off of the opposing player, but we see that the circle is going to come. You see that red wall closing in. You'll take damage if you're outside of the safe zone, so he's hugging this wall, playing that positioning. He gets some early damage, but he wants that close quarter fight with the Bulldog. Somehow, Joe M. Shire creates space to survive, and the commando over the Bulldog gets the win.
Joe M. Shire able to steal away that kill, so we still have 3 players on the map on Warwick Guxton, who has 1 life to work, 2 lives to work with at the moment. Taking it a bit slower, but man, Wicked's having one heck of a start of this tournament. 10 kills, 2 lives to work with. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Wicked at the moment, and as of right now, he's the favorite to take round number 2, just like he did in 1.
Honestly, if I'm one of these players that's on the respawn screen, I'm kind of hoping that Joe and the rest of the remaining players kind of team up. Make a fellowship, I would say, to try to take down Wicked. You have to stop this man. Hey, you know what? It's for the win, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's unspoken. I would make sure that you're targeting Wicked. Are you kidding me? He almost did it while one shot, but Wicked will take that last life. 2 remaining for both Guxity and Wicked, but Wicked dominating the kill feed thus far.
The kill feed definitely lighting up for Wicked, but they are even when it comes to the life counter here. So Guxity, if he can get that life advantage, clean up the rest of this kill, he's going in with that assault rifle. He might not have the best weapons to work with, but he put that assault rifle to work. He gets the kill, and now sitting with a 1 life advantage over Wicked.
Mexico's finest is here. A bit of a 1v1. You're seeing it's Wicked versus Guxity. We talked about how much Guxity is able to stay alive in these terrible situations. Wicked finds himself within this room for just a bit, but has himself some better positioning and better utility to work with as well. That bad right but Guxity shreds him. Huge plays coming out of Guxity.
Guxity is going to be your last Spartan standing, and what a performance from that man. Honestly, tearing apart the competition at the end. He did that with an assault rifle, Tony. Are you kidding me?
Versus a BR. Wicked had all the utility and obviously able to put up tons of kills and should stay within the lead. He did enough to hold on to it, but the fact that Guxity was able to piv him out on that one, whew, that was magic.
Hey, I agree. What a great finish there from Guxity. And with it, he didn't meet the kill count of Wicked, but the placement on the first place, that's got to give a good confidence boost heading into round 3 and onward.
Honestly, those bonus points are going to be so important, especially when you have players like Wiccan who are just racking up the kills, making sure that they can get a commanding lead early on. Honestly, the rest of these 7 players have to start game planning around Wiccan. When you see Wiccan, it's a team play. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to start taking them down, get yourself back in this game, because what's been so impressive is how Wiccan's been able to stay alive and have extra lives towards the end. Guxity's doing the same, but he's doing it at a lower kill rate, right? He needs to be in those fights a little bit earlier, getting some more of those kills, getting to that BR early on. We've seen Wiccan having a phenomenal performance, making sure he's getting bonus XPs, getting to the commando, the BR, the shotgun, and using that to his advantage. But let's go back to the main stage where Jolly has an interview for us.
All right, I got Guxity here. He was close in round number 1, but managed to clutch it here in round number 2. So my first question for you here, Guxity, is how is your experience playing on this stage? Is this your first time? Are you nervous? Are you excited?
¿Cómo ha sido tu experiencia jugando aquí en este torneo y ese escenario? ¿Estás nervioso o contento de estar aquí?
Sí, la verdad es que sí estoy algo nervioso, pero sin embargo creo que me preparé lo suficiente para ese torneo, así que venimos a ganar.
So he says he's like a little nervous to play in this tournament, but he's been preparing and he's really excited and he thinks he can take it.
All right, we'll ask you one more. I want to know a little bit of history about Guxity. How long have you been playing Halo?
Como mucho tiempo jugando Halo, como...
Llevo desde Halo 3 jugando con mi hermano, pero en el área competitiva es mi primer Halo.
So he says he's been playing like since around he was like 3 years old with his like brother, and he's been playing around like for 5 years now.
Yeah, well, we can definitely tell with that amazing gameplay. Give it up again for round number 2 winner, Guxity. Looking so good moving forward, but we still have plenty more rounds coming up. Before then, I'm going to throw it to a very quick special appearance video. Special guest appearances, special donors, we got special partners and special sponsors. Very cool stuff happening today, and that's actually going to lead me into talking about one of our partners here in Skills. Skills has been an incredible partner for the Red Cross this year, and you're not going to believe this, but they have raised and just donated another $35,000. Yes, that is right. On top of our previous donation, that's another $35,000 Skill has just donated. Massive thank you to Skills. That money is going to help a ton of people who have been impacted by Hurricane Ian. And that's a lot of money, but even a little bit does go a long way. So again, if you want to help out, if you want to donate here is how you can help some people affected by Hurricane Ian. You can scan the QR code. You can always go to redcross.com. Make sure to follow Red Cross Gaming as well on Twitter to keep up on other events they might have. But to kind of touch on some of those donations and again, what you are providing to people, $11, that's going to get one hot meal, a snack, and a beverage to a person. That's a nice sit down that they're not able to have right now, people that are affected by the hurricane. $200 provides a full day of food and shelter to a family of 4. $360 deploys an emergency response vehicle for 1 day. And again, just to touch on, if you donate $10, you get that Rescue Royale enamel pin. If you donate $50, you get a Rescue Royale first aid kit. And then you have some things to win yourself. Not just the feel good of donating to a great cause, but the feel good of maybe being able to take home some really cool swag. We got 2 winners for 1 prize package. Our first one, and this is the $10 donation that will get you eligible to be entered in to win this. Corsair Void, RGB Elite wireless headphones, Elgato game capture cards. This is all really, really top tier stuff. A headset stand, a gaming mouse pad, stuff to make your broadcasts look a lot sweeter. And of course, there is is the incentive to donate a bit more. If you do $50 or more, you're entered to win a premium microphone with a digital mixing solution, another wireless headset there, more game capture cards, a headset stand, and an LED gaming mouse pad. It's multicolor illuminated. It's very, very pretty. So, we got a lot of cool things, but we've also got some more gameplay coming up as well. So don't go anywhere, because round 3 of Last Spartan Standing here for the Rescue Royale by the American Red Cross is next, right after this break.
The tornado experience, I never want to go through it again. I live in Dawson Springs, Kentucky. I'm 6 months pregnant. Her name's gonna be Not Creelan. She's been through a tornado already and she doesn't even know it. A lot of people didn't know it was coming. There was a whole lot of wind. Everything started to shake really, really bad. Stuff was falling. My ears popped and it felt like I got hit in the chest. Like I couldn't breathe. It sounded like a train was outside the window. I went and hid in the closet. It was terrifying. I just heard a lot of screaming from the neighbors, and I stepped outside and everything was everywhere. It just made me really sad, just to see what used to be and now what it is. People here need all the help and support they can get. We had to evacuate where we were staying, and the Red Cross has helped us tremendously. And they go out their way to make sure that a person's comfortable and have what they need. They're very sweet people. They feed us really good, so I'm very thankful. They make us feel home. I know it's not home, but that's how good they make me feel.
Welcome back to the American Red Cross Rescue Royale. We've had some incredible Last Spartan Standing gameplay today on Tools. That's Tony. Welcome back. And Tony, I saw you doing your little Jabberwockies dance.
You
Popping
ain't
it?
know? Oh, you ain't know? You ain't.
I'm pretty sure they don't have an opening, and I don't think one needs to come anytime. So what is that? What, do that again?
That's called the tea bag. It's the.
I think it's best for not only the Halo scene, but the rest of the world that we never show that again on broadcast, Tony. The Jabberwockies are great at what they do. I think we have to let them do what they do. You know what, Tony? It might be time to retire the moves.
Fine. For now.
Next time?
It's going to come back. It's going to be retro soon.
I see what you're saying.
A couple of years, it's going to be retro. Everybody going to be doing it. I'm at the crowd.
Hey, you know what? I didn't want to bless everyone out here with your singing voice, but I know you have a beautiful singing voice as well. So, Jabberwockies, if you're looking for a little bit of an extra member, maybe someone to bring the pipes, I think Tony's your man for that. No, I'm not saying give it to – don't give away the secrets, Tony. Keep it under wraps.
You want me to sing?
I want you to sing, but you know what? I think for your career, it's best that you keep it under wraps. A little surprise when the world finally knows about it.
I think so. Well, you know what? But we're not here for me. We're not even here for Jabberwockies right now. We're here for some incredible Halo. We're here for a great cause as well. It's your American Red Cross Rescue Royale. We've already seen some amazing gameplay so far. Wiccan, Guxity, those are the first 2 round winners. Why don't we take a look at the replay and find out how we've gotten here so far as we get to half of the action for today's event.
Honestly, Wiccan has been an incredible player thus far. It seems like whenever he gets in those 1v1s, he's on top of it. He's finding the kills, and so often it's hard to keep him at bay. Now, Article, he was keeping up blow for blow early on, but a couple of fights didn't go his way, a couple of 2 early deaths, and he finds himself having to play catch-up in round 3.
And just to remind you guys at home, obviously with Last Spartan Standing, the wins are going to matter. However, we saw the kills heavily favor Wiccan. And when you win a game, you're only allotted an extra point. So 2 points for that win. And obviously the kills do matter, but it was Wiccan that not only pulled off the win and had an incredible amount of kills in round number 1, but in round 2, I think he ended with about 10 or 11. So I think he's going to hold on to that top spot when it comes to the leaderboard. Fantastic job by Guxity. Don't want to take anything away from him from getting the win, but what really matters, the kills. This is a kill race, baby.
Yeah, Wiccan's been dominating when it comes to the kills. I love Guxity's grit and his ability to stay alive and take some of those LSS victories. Be that last Spartan standing. but he's going to need to increase his kill output along with some of the other players. It could be a one-horse race if Wiccan has another dominating performance in round 3.
I think that's a really good point. Now we're going into round number 3. Now you might want to start to change up your strategy. You know for a fact that Wicked is a force to be reckoned with, but if you want to get to those top spots, especially if you find yourself in the bottom half of the leaderboard, you're going to want to speed things up. You're going to want to start to get aggressive, especially getting that extra utility like the Commando or like the BR as early as possible might net you even more kills. It might be time for some of these competitors to really speed things up.
Yeah, what's been really impressive is that Wiccan in both round 1 and round 2 was able to get himself to a battle rifle. Now, obviously, we saw the battle rifle kind of get out-BR'd by an assault rifle. I didn't say...
We got to talk about that.
We won't talk about it. It was in the replay, so Wiccan, be aware. But, you got to be able to get those BRs because the rifle superiority honestly makes a huge difference. Being able to take long-range fights helps tremendously in the late game. And if you're able to get there early, well, that's your ability to rack up some double-digit kills and really get yourself into a better position in the game.
Yeah, there's a reason why on a map like Breaker, which is used for big team battle, we don't start with BRs in big team battle, because on this map, it is overpowered. It is truly king from mid-range, long-range, close range, it doesn't matter. So get yourself a battle rifle as soon as possible. Round number 3 of your American Red Cross Rescue Royale is on the way.
Now I want to see Guxity, Sharp C, and Article really step up to the plate this time around, but Wiccan, he's gotten himself an overshield early on and is able to take down Crossfire just moments away from Crossfire to get a kill. And unfortunately, it doesn't go in his favor. Instead, Wiccan gets that opening kill, and while it's him and Sharpsy out to the early lead.
Switching gears over towards Crossfire, excellent long-range shots when the assault rifle really starting to feather that and make it connect from long range, but can't quite get the kill on that one. Meanwhile, Joe M. Shire down to one shot, trying to hide in plain sight, but he's still in the middle of the map. Better be careful. There's plenty of players here on the map.
Look at that kill from Article. He is going to need to rack up more. Still early in the game, but he has 0 deaths. And honestly, Tony, kind of surprising. We've seen a lower presence game thus far. We haven't really seen these players fly out and try to get those early kills, valuing their life a little bit more in round 3.
Love Article and the gameplay that he puts on board, but we even see Jinx pulling off a huge kill with that assault rifle and then right back into a safe little cubby. Looking to slow things down, gets right in and out of gunfight. Joe M. Shire, the long-range shots onto the number 2 winner, round number 2 winner. That's going to be Guxity. Back to work with the assault rifle he goes, but looks like he's have to take that outer perimeter to try to get a little bit of height advantage. At least one, now 2 players know exactly where he's at. The drop wall comes in and provides some temporary cover. Love the play out of Joe, but the nade's starting to come, and here comes Wiccan. Wiccan, aggressive as possible. Joe ends up going down.
And that trade brought to you by Spottable Ruby 1. That $10 going a long way. An Article making his impact. That cubby, honestly, let's call it the Article cubby for now, right now, because every time it feels like we go to this man, he's sitting in the cubby, ready for fights. But Jinx, looking for his opportunity, has to play getaway. An Article somehow got behind, gets the kill, but you can already see other players on the hunt. Article not safe for now in this cubby.
Jinx's luck hasn't changed just yet. Article retreating back to that cubby. The dynamo grenade starts to fly, and as soon as he feels safe, you're going to notice he's going to take that height advantage over toward that center north side of the map here. We do switch gears over towards Howler. Pretty safe for now. Hold on. We see Wiccan. Wiccan might have been studying Article's gameplay. He knows that Article loves to take this height, has to drop down quickly to get himself an overshield. But I think he's going to be down to one shot, able to pop the overshield, and now back to the fight he goes. Down to one shot into overshield, and now Wiccan taking damage from multiple sides.
Honestly, it feels like Wiccan, he's just trapped between a rock and a hard place. Everyone has his eyes on him, and he gets back-smacked. Sharpsy with the camo, able to go Predator, and Wiccan's overshield null and void.
My man went ghost like Danny Phantom. Nets himself a backsmack onto the overshield player. Huge plays being made now. As he switches gears over towards Sharpsy, still 8 players on the map, and Sharpsy having plenty of lives to work with. We can't talk about that utility as much. Has the lives, but I want to see him bring on Commando. I want to see him get himself a BR. Hey, maybe even a sword.
Hey, you know what? Some of these players, they better have some godparents. Call them Timmy Turner, because they're going to need to be making some heavy wishes if they want to catch up to Article and Wiccan in this game. They have been impressive thus far. 6 kills for Wiccan. He's a machine on the map.
Article taking some damage. Back down and picks up back. What's the hands of Joe M. Shire? Joe M. Shire comes back in for the Eagle Challenge. That's going to be huge for him as he takes down the number 2 seeded Article.
He tries to hide, but unfortunately there was nowhere to go. Joe M. Shire gets the kill, but can't keep his life. And Sharpsy, I love this different angle. He's getting up high, getting the elevation to help find himself better positions and earns himself a camouflage. And well, he's going ghost. He's looking for anyone to take down, but no one in his path until they are. Crossfire didn't see it coming.
What a play by Sharpsy. I don't even know how we knew Crossfire was there. Able to get the back smack, and now we're down to just 6 competitors so far. And Sharpsy having 4 lives to work with at the moment. Active camouflage going to be huge. Sharpsy really playing for the end game.
And look, he just has 50 points away, tell his upgrade, and that'll get him to the commando rifle. So just 1 assist away from having a better gun to work with. But who else but Wiccan to be dominating already on the commando and the shotgun, making all of the difference. Article falls, and well, Wiccan still keeping that top kill position.
Down to 5 players here.
Oh, what?
Whoa, hold on.
Am I reading that right, Tony? $170?
$170 coming in. That's going to make a big difference right there. I'm loving what I'm seeing, not only in the gameplay, but also love what I'm seeing. What exactly is that $170 going to do here with the American Red Cross?
$170. That's enough for 2 families to have food, water, and shelter for a day. He's able to provide so much. A whole day able to provide that for a family. In fact, hey, you know what? Just for $60, let's see, that's 3 infants that they can supply diapers and necessary equipment for them to really be comfortable. Diapers are expensive. Let me tell you what, my sisters, I don't know how she does it, man.
Incoming. Big plays being made both on the virtual battlefield and off as Crossfire is going down to 1 shot himself. Sidekick shot going to connect, somehow able to stay alive and doesn't want to commit to that gunfight, so finds an exit route. Love the plays by him. 4 Spartans remaining. Crossfire having technically 3 lives to work with as it looks to get some cover over toward the house area of the map.
This Crossfire looking for anyone to take down. That commando is appetizing, but you want to have those longer range of sights. It can be dangerous. The commando can shred up close, but it's hard to control. Oh my god, is that 100 dice? All right, they're rated with the 100 bomb. Crossfire makes some action happen. Raiden is your sponsor for now.
Bombs are being dropped in this virtual battlefield and off it. $100 coming in quick.
Oh no! Take cover! Oh, that nade playing with fire, Cross.
I said bombs being dropped for Atar as well, and now you see it going down just Crossfire, and that's pretty sad to see. Crossfire only having 2 lives to work with. The same thing for Sharpsy, as Sharpsy ends up hitting the black screen as well. 4 Spartans remaining. Who will be the last one standing?
Well, Wiccan's in a great position here. Still has 4 lives to work with, and well, once again with that BR. And one thing I've noticed from Wiccan, he has to be prioritizing those XP bonuses. And well, players, they have to find Wiccan, take him down, but they're fighting each other. Article's life is now null and void. He does not have a respawn, and Crossfire tries to get the quick collection.
3 Spartans remaining. Crossfire gonna use his body to get that extra XP right up to a Bulldog and a Commando. He's at Sharpsy as him going down here. Only 1 life to work with as he's eliminated. It's a 1v1 Crossfire with the height advantage, having the utility as well. Will he be the last one standing as their long-range commando shots are starting to connect?
And here we go, the view to view. Look how Crossfire's ready to win this map. This man is focused. But look at the coverage. Does he know? Lurking is Wiccan, waiting for the opportunity, and the opportunity comes. Wiccan gets the kill. Does he? Oh my! Hey, it was a little sloppy. He cleans it up. He gets the kill nonetheless.
loving what I'm seeing out of Crossfire, but sadly, Wicked just have all the utility to work with. He has the lives, he has the BR, he has the Bulldog. Now Crossfire down to its final life here. Crossfire still having that Bulldog, that can be huge, but if Wiccan wants to win this battle, all he has to do is just keep this to a mid-range play. Instead, tries to repulse him, but the close range getting to that mid-range area with Crossfire. His shots are too nice, reticle placed too well as Wiccan goes down.
Did you see that Bulldog, Tony? What did that Bulldog do, Tony? What did that Bulldog do?
He hit him with that.
Oh, that Bulldog, it's barking, baby. It knows how to get those kills in the close range. And we still have bombs being donated, another $50 to the cause, but we're in the last possible moment. But here it is. Danny Phantom on the map once again, going Ghost. Looking to equalize this game. Gets the first shot and it survives! Wiccan with back-to-back deaths. It's Crossfire looking to be our last Spartan standing.
Been loving the support we've been seeing here with the American Red Cross. The donations coming in quick. Wiccan might need some of that support as well as he's dropping life after life, spawning into the storm. Nade started to fly down to one shot. He goes. Crossfire pulled 3 in a row. Wiccan goes down again.
And I think we found the Achilles heel for Wiccan. It's Crossfire. Nothing can take him down. He's looking for the last opportunity. Here it comes. 1v1.
Bulldog shots are coming in. Wiccan's doing a great job of staying alive. And finally, the kill that matters right there. Down to one shot.
He's saying
ends up hitting him. Little bit of body disrespect as Wiccan takes 2 out of 3.
Oh my, he said a little no. You see that sparring going left to right. Wiccan looking incredible in today's tournament. But shout out the Crossfire though. I mean, look at, he made it a little nervy towards the end.
I'm getting sweaty. I'm not even in the game. Notice how Crossfire was able to take Wiccan down 3 times before Wiccan was able to get that final kill. Obviously didn't get the win. But remember, this is a kill race. Those 3 kills will definitely matter when it comes to that final tally. 3 rounds down, 3 rounds to go.
Hey, those 3 kills make a difference, but remember that bonus point for the first place finish from Wiccan. Able to really make a difference in that game. It's the lives that really matter for Wiccan at the end of the day. Valuing his life, and what's so impressive about it, Tony, is how he's consistently been able to collect the XP, get to those extra weapons, still find the kills, and somehow have extra lives to spare. I don't know how this man does it.
It's more of a passive-aggressive play style that Wiccan really comes to be magic with. He'll come in quick, aggressively, make sure he gets the kills, but also he's always aware of his surroundings. Pretty sure he plays on like a 120 FOV. He can really see the map, so as he commits to that gunfight, he knows that nobody else is around, quickly comes out, plays cover, and has a great knack of playing his life. It's a passive-aggressive play style that's really working for Wiccan.
And honestly, Jolly, I need you to tell me, how does Wiccan do this? She has the man on the stage. Jolly, how does Wiccan do this?
I definitely don't have the answers. Hopefully Wiccan has some answers for us here, though. We're gonna get pretty used to this already. I got you 2 out of 3 already up here. So, all right, I want you to answer Tools' question, just because that's not one I'm gonna ask you. But how do you do this?
I don't even know. I don't know. It's just play, I guess. Practice. Hours of custom games and learning the map and, just rotations, knowing the spawns, knowing, what Joe has weapon-wise, looking at his points. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but at the end of the day, it's just playing,
Yeah, just get good, Tools. That's the answer to that one. So I got to ask, how long have you been playing Halo? Which one has been your favorite so far?
I mean, since I was young, my cousin, he, played Halo 3, and I grew up, with that, and now I'm here in Vegas, so, yeah.
All right, last one. Has it always been Last Spartan Standing? Has it always been free-for-all for you, or do you have other game modes you like?
Honestly, I hate free-for-all, like the regular one, but LSS, like the whole concept is really dope, and, yeah, it's cool. I like it.
All right, well, hopefully we'll see more of it. We're definitely going to see more of it here today and more from you, but one more time, give it up for Wiccan. Rounds number 1 and number 3. We're going to toss it back up to the desk, though. Check back in with our casters. How are you doing, boys?
Well, we're doing fantastic, especially because we have Melanie Medina with us. Melanie, you were number 9 on raising money for the American Red Cross today, and you are also in Florida. So, tell me how was it raising some money for the American Red Cross, and how did it feel, a couple weeks ago with Hurricane Ian making landfall? How are you? How's your community?
Yeah, so raising donations was actually really fun for me. I really enjoy talking to people and connecting, basically. When everything did happen, it was also just a really heavy hitter and be like, okay, yeah, this is the time for me to start like reeling in the donations. Approaching all of my family about it, all of my friends about it, making sure like, hey, make sure to donate. It goes to a good cause.
Right, and not only were you able to raise money for the American Red Cross, you're also having some great initiatives with your college at USF and the surrounding colleges in Florida. Can you give us a little bit of insight as to what you've been able to do at USF and the rest of the collegiate Florida area with esports?
Yeah, so I'm actually the program assistant community person at USF in Florida. So basically I do community events, planning that. We have Battle for Florida going on right now, so all of the Florida colleges are competing in Rocket League and League of Legends right now. We have our highest seed, and then they're going to come to USF and we're going to host the Compete Live.
Hey, honestly, that's cool. How many colleges are competing in that competition?
Oh, so I think we had total for both games, it was like 30 slots filled. It was really, really awesome to see the turnout.
She said 30?
30 slots. You're gonna find out who the real best of the best is.
Yeah.
Hey, who's gonna win it?
I can't say.
Can't say. She's not. I was hoping she was gonna be like, USF, pull off the jersey. You know what I'm saying?
No, I can't be biased.
You can be biased. Trust me. You can be biased. USF all the way, right?
USF, go
Come
Bulls.
on now. You don't be biased. I like that.
Honestly, you talked about a little bit of the trials and tribulations of raising money earlier when we were talking with you. Can you, for people out there that want to help support the cause but just don't know where to start, what would be your advice to other people who are trying to raise money for the American Red Cross?
Yeah, good question. So my advice would just be be scared to reach out. Your peers are more likely to help you, and we will go out to family members, just start small, people that you know, and then from there it can be good to branch out.
Honestly, I really vibe with that because so often what we've experienced, Tony, is being a part of a grassroots community. Halo really has been a grassroots initiative for so long, along with other esports, and honestly, we have to support our own community. And just like how we've been able to support our community and how you've been able to support your fellow people, your fellow citizens in Florida, I believe we have some people that are being able to support the American Red Cross. I hear that we have some donations that just came through. I want to maybe get those up on screen and talk a little bit about it. Dude, Tony, Baird, I don't want to say it wrong, Baird and Warner, $350 to the American Red Cross. That's absolutely awesome. $350. Honestly, that goes a long way, and I don't think people realize how much a little amount can go so far. And $350, that's going to go a long way.
No, that's intense, and that's really awesome. I know plenty of people who donated, $5 here, $20 here. So
see that? 502 Synthwave.
$502. I thought the 350 was a bomb. 502 coming in, but there's no way the next one's gonna be bigger than that. I mean, 500. Every single donation matters from $5 to $10. It all adds up. Obviously, you can attest to. So 500. There's no way it's gonna be bigger than 502. There's no chance.
You don't think it can be bigger? I mean, 502. That might be.
That's a big number. One donation.
One donation. Oh my God!
Whoa! Wow, that's amazing.
$22.74. Oh my God!
Wait! $22? I don't think that's right, Tony. I don't see a period.
Wait, what do you mean?
Do you see a period? I don't see a period.
I don't think I see a period.
So wait, you're telling me that's $2,274 from one donation? There's no way.
That's 2 racks, baby. That's a lot of money right there. $2,274. That's enough to open up shelters for multiple days. That's enough to give support. And one thing, you're from Florida, you were in Tampa. I think you know this better than anyone else, is that it's not just about that first week of response. There's many people whose houses were destroyed that need extra support. And honestly, $2,000 is going to go a long way.
Really, really huge, and really appreciated for all of the homes in Florida that really got affected by this.
Now, you were in the Tampa Bay region, right? That's where you're from. Yes. Can you talk a little bit about how it was? I believe Tampa's not a region that usually experiences hurricanes. How did you feel about the whole thing? How did your community respond?
I feel like, I was fortunate enough that our house did not get, ruined like some of the others did, but I know plenty of close friends that their power was out, homes flooded and destroyed, could not go from place to place. it's a really tough time. So I'm just grateful that, you know, we were able to kind of contribute to this to help, you know, our peers.
Yeah, honestly, it's been incredible, and it's crazy. I mean, me and Tony, we were in Orlando just a few days before it made rainfall, and it's crazy how it can go from everything's fine. It was beautiful sunny days in Orlando just a few days before, and then we leave and we're on the TV, and I'm telling you, some of those TV weathermen, you know, they go a little crazy with it, but I was like, whoa, how are people even around in that climate? Honestly, I think everyone in Florida being troopers with the landfall that they have.
Of course, yeah.
Well, Melanie, it's been incredible to talk to you. Do you want to give any shout outs to anyone at home that helped raise money, or, you know, just anything you want people to be aware of before we go to break?
Yeah, huge shout out to my New York side of the family. They were really like on it about donating and helping out. So I just want to give a huge shout out to them.
Yeah, honestly, New York, not strangers to hurricanes as well.
Yes.
You know, they had their own disaster. And I think everyone's heart gets a little bit bigger when you experience disasters like that. Guys, we're still here. We're going to have more Halo action. We're going to be watching more. Maybe Wiccan can keep on his reign of terror, but we're also raising money for the American Red Cross. It's been a beautiful and wonderful day. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more Halo action. You did great.
So during the hurricane, there was a couple times it got really bad to where our trees were going like from this to this, and the kids were really scared. You know, we were concerned and worried about what was going to happen after, you know, the aftermath of all of it. When we took the shutters off and we opened the door for the first time, what's it all going to look like? Directly after the storm, we knew we couldn't stay at our house at that point. So my husband recommended that we go to the Estero Recreation Center, which he had an experience before with Hurricane Irma, that the Red Cross was there. And so he told me about that, and I was like, okay, let's go. I'd never been to a shelter before, so I was a little nervous because what you see on TV, but it was nothing like that. It was so much different because of the American Red Cross.
It's really amazing. There's no other way for me to use except for the love that the American Red Cross has really showed us and showed our whole family since the moment we got here.
So the American Red Cross came in, and we were actually laying down, and they just assumed take over the kids area and started playing with all the kids. They went and played basketball with my son and a few of the other kids. She sat down, one of the other ladies from Red Cross sat down and did a puzzle with Gabriel, a 300-piece puzzle. So she has a lot of patience. It was just really nice to see, like my husband said, the love that they showed us and other families and our kids especially.
It's certain that the donors that donate to the American Red Cross, every dollar gets put towards good use. There's babies here that have diapers and their formula, all the way to adults that have hygiene products, clothes. Every basic need has been met for me and my family and for everyone in the shelter, and that's only because of the people that donate.
Hello and welcome back to the American Red Cross Rescue Royale Grand Finals here in the HyperX Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tony, I've been having a wonderful time with you. I mean, the competition has been stiff. Wicked leading the charge thus far. But not only have we been seeing incredible Halo gameplay, we've been seeing incredible generosity from people with the American Red Cross.
Yeah, half the tournament's been is over now. We've seen some craziness from Wicked, but we also see some craziness in the donation department. And now, keep in mind, you know, you saw the $350, the $502, and even the $2,200, but it's really about the small ones that add up $5 here, $10 here, $15 there, because everybody, if you're in the chat right now, we all can make a difference. It's every little bit of time. Don't think you have to donate $2,000 to make a difference. I promise you, every little bit counts, and it really does add up.
Yeah, honestly, just $5 is enough for the American Red Cross to supply a blanket to a shelter. And with so many people having their homes destroyed by Hurricane Ian, that blanket goes a long way. I mean, we're talking about kids who haven't been able to see their home for a couple weeks now, are having to deal with this new normal for the next couple months. I mean, there's going to be some kids who are going to probably have to spend Christmas away from home in a school gymnasium, that really every bit of support helps their life get a little bit better. And I'm just so thankful that the American Red Cross has been able to provide the support, and that we're going to be able to provide a ton more support. Tony, so far, we had a $50,000 donation. We've had another $30,000. We've had multiple individuals coming up, stepping up to the plate, giving what they can, and it's all adding up. I mean, before our tournament even started, $16,000 was raised by various members in the community. $16,000.
It's just amazing what what the American Red Cross has been able to do, and we're not done yet. We still have half another tournament. If you $16,000 before the tournament even started, just imagine where we will be by the end of it. Just thinking about it gets me giddy.
Yeah, honestly, I'm so excited to see what is to come in today's tournament. And on top of the generosity of those in the Halo community and just esports in general, we've also been able to see some incredible Halo gameplay. I want to take a moment and kind of recap what we saw in round 3, the domination from Wiccan, but also seeing some of these players step up to the plate.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Guk City get a big win in round number 2. We definitely saw Sharpsy doing this thing. We saw Joe M. Shire showing out for a bit as well. Article was doing great until him and Wiccan got into a little bit of 1v1 battles. Eventually, Article ends up going down. Plenty of players had moments, but at the end of the day, it's all about Wiccan. His passive-aggressive playstyle to get in at the right time, steal away those kills, and then get home safely to stay alive has really been working out for him. Obviously has the lead after 3 games.
Yeah, hey, but we're only halfway through. Players can also put on that same performance that Wiccan gave in the 3 rounds and find themselves in contention. I want to see some other players step up to the plate, see some new victors. I remember this little sneaky beaver play, Sharpsy with the back smack on Crossfire. So many incredible moments, but
Crossfire was great.
Crossfire was great, and I want to see him step up to the plate, because so far we got to get Wiccan's name out of our mouth, right? And someone else needs to step up and take a little bit of a celebratory lap, because Wiccan's been incredible thus far.
He really has been, but let's not forget that Crossfire literally took down Wiccan 3 times in a row, bringing Wiccan down to his final life when it came to that final 1v1. There was such a huge difference between their deaths, and the fact that Crossfire was able to eat away at that and literally almost pull off 4 kills back-to-back to take down our number 1 player was huge. Eventually, obviously, Wiccan came out on top, but I will say, shout out to Crossfire. The man was absolutely incredible in round number 3, and if he can keep that same energy in round 4, 5, and 6, maybe we have a different winner other than our number 1 seeded player coming out of qualifiers.
Yeah, honestly, it's up to these players to perform at the end of these games, and we saw that. But Wiccan able to value his lives early on, having those extra lives to show you he can make mistake after mistake and still come out as your last Spartan standing. It was an incredible play, but at the end of the day, if you have those extra lives, although you might feed a couple of kills, getting that last Spartan standing has to be so satisfying. And so far, Wiccan seems to be on his level of his own. Now, Article in second place, he's been having a solid, consistent performance, but we just need to see him take another step to the next level if he wants to compete.
I think every player at this point in time needs that consistency, but you need that 1 or 2 pop-off games. Obviously, Wiccan having 2 of them so far, but someone else needs to step up to the plate. Will it be Article? Will it be Crossfire? Or will it be Jinx who gets himself the first kill?
Who will be the one that comes on top? That is the question. Who is going to reign supreme? We see Sharpsy on screen taking on the fight. The damage over time goes to Article, but he still needs to survive. He was EMP'd. Takes longer to regain your shields, but he's able to do so. But the hunt is on. He's listening for those footsteps, and he finds a one-shot. Article looking to take down one more. It's a one-man army at the side of Cubby.
And we talked about the fact that we talked about Wiccan coming in with that passive-aggressive playstyle. Another player that has that is Article. We saw it right there. Comes in with 2 kills and able to get out. Even gets himself a 3rd one for trading out. So far, leading in the Slays department, but kill after kill is starting to come in.
we start to see domination from some of these players. Article truly on another level. He was able to get the trades, but Sharpsy is on a fight of his own, getting his AR prepped, shooting across the map. Wicked has the drop shield at the last second, but it's not enough. Sharpsy gets the last bullet in, and it's a shred of health from Sharpsy that he's able to recover from, getting that kill and taking down the most important player on the lobby.
Down to the mid-map, trying to get himself over towards a perimeter, but taking some damage while doing so. Wide open field, and Joe M. Shire going to take advantage. Assault rifle connects to him off the screen. Jinx able to take down FBI Tugboat, who's coming in, as Tugboat ends up going down. Still 8 enemies on the map.
Jinx JC has 201 kill away from being able to get to that level 3 bonus. I'd give him a sidekick pistol to work with, a rapid fire pistol that has a bit more range than these other 2 guns. Just needs a third party Article, but Article had the thrust, was able to get away, but his own nade takes him down, and now Jinx is able to get to level 3. He's gonna upgrade and now has that pistol to work with.
And we talk about how important playing through that cubby can be, and we see another player do the same thing, Jinx, but then Wiccan gonna try to make his way into that, trades out his life. So now Wiccan down to 3 deaths for the first time so far in this tournament. We're gonna see Wiccan playing off his back foot, only having 3 deaths to work with. Will Wiccan slow down its aggressive ways?
It's incredible. This is the first time we've really seen maybe a chink in the armor for Wiccan, and well, everyone else trying to take advantage. Joe able to find another kill, but is under pressure, tries to get away, but Sharpsy not letting him run, but Jinx from the behind takes down the kill before the trade can come out. It's a double kill for Jinx, and while Wiccan's the next target, and some great shots, a killing spree. Jinx is on fire, making another no! Guxity takes down the Reign of Terror.
We said it before, it ain't luck, it's nothing but skill and hard work, as Jinx putting in the work. A killing spree being earned by him. Finally, Jinx ends up going down, but really asserting dominance, as you can see. Trying to value that life, but needs to be down to his last 7 enemies on the map, and Sharpsy goes down.
Jinx is dominating the lobby thus far, though. 8 kills for him. Really putting in the work thus far. Has a couple lives to work with, but you see Article down there in the bottom of your leaderboard. 5 and 2, still plenty of lives to work with. But Wiccan's on the hunt, and he smells the blood in the water. This player needs to get away. They go for the reach out. Wiccan didn't expect it. Oh my God, it's Sharpsy.
And Sharpsy goes down with that trade. Gonna be for the final time. Let's get a moment of silence here for Sharpsy, please. And we're off to Article. 4 lives to work with. Days starting to go in. Sidekick starting to connect. Hasn't taken the damage just yet, but the Dynamo Grenade is going to cheek away a bit of his resource, a bit at the armor. Somehow able to stay alive. Right back into the reach out he goes, but nobody home. So retreats back to this cubby that we continue to talk about, playing through the cubby.
Article doing his best to find players lurking around. And this is the strategy from Article. Notice how he's moving slow, trying to make as minimal noise as possible, but also has those headphones cranked, wants to hear those footsteps for players that are potentially pushing him, and from there he can reposition and find the valuable kills. But Article comes through and gets the Gale. He was a third party in that engagement, Tony, and he gets another. Article 3. It's a triple for Article.
Oh baby, a triple! Article starting to heat up, and this one wanted to see. We talked about we needed to see him have a pop-off game in order to climb himself up towards that leaderboard. Wiccan has had a lead for too long, and it seems like Article is sick of it.
Article's looking. I mean, this is an incredible performance. I don't think he's gotten any of that bonus XP, but he's still so close to getting towards that shotgun. Guxity steals the kill from Sharpsy. And while Sharpsy knows that he's lurking around somewhere, wants to take down that third partier. Oh my God, Guxity can't lose the one-on-one.
Sharpsy gets eliminated. Gonna switch gears over towards Guxity. We're talking about Mexico's finest right here. Commando and sidekick to work with, so has a bit of long range and short range utility. Sees the equipment pod, wants to get after that. Make sure the coast is clear. You don't want to cross the street without looking both ways. Gonna go right in, and it looks like that might have been a thrust from that. It looks to take height. City gets himself some equipment, takes height. Article, of course, taking yet another kill. We're down to 4 Spartans, soon to be 1.
That bonus XP has to be so tempting for Article, right? That could get him one step closer to the BR. Gets that threat sensor, and this could be good because it could allow him to check corners and to get better positionings on the map because of this threat sensor. He checks the corner. No one lurking behind. Gets the bank up nades, refilling his ammo. And if anyone's lurking in this corner, this threat sensor is going to do its job. Looks like Article's cleared the building.
He elected to trade out his repulsor for that threat detector, but you can imagine that as that circle gets smaller and smaller, the threat detector gets more and more valuable. Crossfire, obviously knowing how to handle himself, no lives to work with. Off of screen, Gug City ends up going down, still 4 Spartans on the map, height advantage in favor of Crossfire. He's checking every single angle, making sure that reticle is placed perfect. Nobody can get the jump on him, but he gives up his height advantage. Tries to work his way over toward the equipment pod, takes a couple of shots in the butt. Now Crossfire having to get out of dodge here, having to stay alive, right back in. It's going to be an overshoot. He might need to pop that off if he wants to get into this individual gunfight.
I love it. Be greedy with that overshield. He knows that there's a player behind. He wants to ensure that overshield's effective, and that player just gets away. You have to imagine if he had a BR, it would have made the difference, but the Commando gonna be a little bit of a bottleneck. It's hard to hit those long-range shots with the bloom that comes with this rifle, but I love how he's keeping hold of this overshield. Wait till he needs to pop it. With 0 lives remaining, he's on his last leg.
And you see over toward that bottom middle of the screen, he's 900 out of 1150 XP, so he's quite a bit away from getting the upgrade that you really want. Hopefully that overshield's going to help him, but a bonus XP is really what he needs right now. Joe M. Shire, all he needs is a Commando and some height advantage. Not able to take the kill, but looks like Article does end up going down, so the assist will net him a bit of XP, just 100 away from getting to level 5.
Look at the shots from Joe Shire. He's trying to make sure that player of Overshield has as much of it knocked off as possible. I think Joe has to entertain the possibility they went to the bottom right. He knows there's 2 players ahead of him. He has the great position to take care of it. The nade comes through. Article goes down, and Joe's on the hunt. You can't stay away. He gets the shotgun out. Double for Joe M. Shire. And now they're still pushing him. Crossfire eventually gets the cleanup, but it's a massive double kill.
Able to get the long-range shot with the Commando, able to put the Bulldog to the short range. Beautifully played, but now Article back on screen, having only 2 lives to work. It might only be 1 as he challenges Joe M. Shire. Don't challenge that, man. Article down to his final life. I believe I saw 10 kills, so that's going to be huge for him. But Joe M. Shire ends up going down, and now we're down to a 1v1. Crossfire only having 1 life to work with. Down to absolute. If you just breathe on him, he'll go down.
Article's on the hunt. Article gets the kill. Article is your last Spartan standing. What an incredible performance from Article. This man needed to go big. Not only did he go big, but he also did it on Wiccan's worst game yet.
Whew. I know the Lay fam is happy to see that one. Is not only would Article go big, like you said, not only able to get that win, but the kills. He had to have, at least 12 to his name. We said he needed a pop-off game. Clearly he can hear us. Better be careful with that one, because he pops off, gets himself a win, and gets him easily a double-digit kill. Great job for Article to try to climb that leaderboard. Only 2 games remaining.
And it was a triple kill too, the first one that we've seen in today's competition, and really showing how he's the master rat in that back cubby, right? Being so sneaky, so careful, ensuring that he's listening to those footsteps and then challenging out the appropriate time. So often we see him in the best position possible to find some third-party kills.
But rats get exterminated. We call that a sneaky beaver. Shout out to my man Puck. It would be a little sneaky beaver in and out. Big plays by Article.
Tony, did you never watch Ninja Turtles? That's my hero. That's my rat over there, and that's what Article reminds me of. You know, a certain master. Well, let's go down to the stage with Jolly as she has an interview with Article.
I got Article here, and I think it's about time we got you up here for an interview, right? It's about time you were able to take a round here for yourself. So how are you feeling today? How did you feel about those first rounds where you weren't quite able to clutch it in first place?
Yeah, definitely the start of the tournament, I was super confident, but like I said, it's anyone's game. These are all talented players up here. Just slow start, bad respawns, but I think at the end of the day, it's all about just how you lift yourself up when you're down and just pushing yourself to your limits to try to get the dub.
All right, well, I'll ask you one more real quick, because you have been a name, within Halo for quite a while now. So for people that don't know, what is your history with Halo itself over the years?
I started my journey in Halo CE. I've been playing for about 20 years. I got into competing in Halo 3, and ever since then, I've just been a part of the scene. Been playing the game, like I said, for 20 years, and right now I just do content, stream on Twitch, and just help a bunch of players just improve at the game.
All right, well, real quick then, before I toss it back upstairs, what is your plug for your Twitch?
Twitch.tv/article.
Hey, easy enough. Twitch.tv/article. Go follow this man. We'll be seeing more of him today, though, of course. Let's check back in with the casters upstairs.
Welcome back. We are blessed to have you with you here with us today, Adam. Hey, I'm excited to talk to you because you're from the American Red Cross. You know exactly what happens day in and day out with the operations. Honestly, how has it been being a member of the American Red Cross with Hurricane Ian making landfall just a few weeks ago? How has been the response, and how do you feel as a member of the American Red Cross?
It's been an amazing experience, filled with a lot of really bittersweet moments. You see the desperation of people who aren't in their homes, and you just know they're suffering. And so that's really hard to observe, and that makes the job kind of hard. But there's so much fulfillment when you're able to step in and see your peers do all kinds of work to bring them help and aid and comfort. When I was a younger man, I was in the Army, and I lived in Pensacola, Florida, and we had a hurricane hit. This is a lot of years ago. And during that time, we had to evacuate to a government shelter. And I didn't realize it at the time, but the American Red Cross staffed and supported that shelter. And it was because of the Red Cross back then, in my own experience, when I had the need, when my own family had the need, that I was able to receive all the things that got me through the hump. So I know what those people are going through, and it isn't easy. And we're so grateful for all the people that are helping out today.
Honestly, it's been incredible to see the kind of support that you guys have been able to provide in Florida. And I was talking to you earlier, and you told me just a mind-blowing stats about how many meals you guys have been able to provide in Florida. Can you give you a little bit more insight of what the response has been like in Florida thus far?
Yeah, it's true. We've provided more than 1 million meals to date. Wow. And we expect with the first wave of support going through probably about January, that number is just going to grow and grow and grow. It's going to be a mind-blowing number, in fact. So that really underscores the need for people to step in and continue to work together like we're seeing today to fund the work that's happening there. It's being felt by people as they're able to eat and able to feel safe and sheltered and have the things that they need to make it through a really tough time.
And what's really incredible to me, Adam, is that not only it's just 1 million meals in Florida alone, but Florida's not the only place that's been affected. Right. Puerto Rico got hit really hard, and I hear that you guys have been on the ground helping out in Puerto Rico. Can you tell me a little bit more about your efforts there?
It's true. The story in Puerto Rico has kind of been lost in the news because such a huge event with Hurricane Ian hit Florida. But just days before that, Hurricane Fiona came and did essentially the same thing to the island of Puerto Rico. There was a time where all of the power on the island was down, where no one had power, where so many people had to be evacuated. And it's an island that's relatively small. There's not anywhere you can really go. So the need there has been great, too.
Honestly, I'm mobilizing the American Red Cross of Puerto Rico had to be probably a task in itself, right? Just getting the resources there. An island with no power and making sure that those families can feel safe and get a little bit back to normalcy, I think is so important. And that's what you guys have been able to provide. Adam, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? What's your title over at the American Red Cross? What do you oversee personally?
You bet. I most of my responsibilities with the state of Utah and the state of Nevada. Really, really glad to be here in Las Vegas for this event. I work with a team, a group of professionals and experts who are staff and also volunteers, and they work to raise funds to support just the things we're talking about. They also do a lot of work with helping organizations engage in giving blood and helping out the blood side of our work. All of it works together to take care of people at times of greatest need.
Honestly, I think that's something that people don't realize is I remember back in high school, there was always one time a year the American Red Cross would come, and we would all the juniors and seniors in the school would go to the gym. We'd try to donate as much blood as possible. And if you can't support monetarily, I mean, maybe keep an eye out in your community for some of those blood donations. Those trucks roll around, and in fact, I think you guys have a system where you guys can send trucks to businesses and other organizations to, if they wanted to raise blood.
We can.
Yeah, you guys can send it out. Can you tell me a little bit about that program?
Yeah, so when an organization has enough space to accommodate us bringing in the supplies, we'll do that. People can go to fixed sites where blood is collected, but we'll also bring blood drives to organizations and groups of people who want to do that together. We set up, we make sure that everything is set and safe and secure, and bring in donors, and people can collect blood in that kind of a situation as well. You go to redcrossblood.org, and that's the best way to see where you can sign up for a drive that's near you, whether it's one of these fixed sites or one of these mobile drives that's happening in a community near so many places across the entire country.
I think what's incredible is I think a lot of people have remembered the American Red Cross because of those high school blood donations and their community blood drives.
True.
But I don't think many people realize like the kind of disaster relief you guys also provide. Can you give me a little insight as to how the American Red Cross has kind of adapted to a modern day approach to disasters and raising blood? Like, what has changed in the last few years with the American Red Cross?
It's a great point in your question. The American Red Cross is responsible for collecting about 40% of the entire country's blood supply.
Wait, what's it, 40%? Oh, did you hear that? 40%?
40%. Not a small number. Not a small number. So while we're doing that, we're responding to things like Hurricane Ian, Hurricane Fiona, western wildfires. Every time a home burns down in so many communities across the country, we're also responding to those individual disasters. Can I tell you that while it's easy to look at a shelter and see all these people that are sheltering, we can see that they're having a bad time, and we're working to help them out. But you have to understand that when a home burns down, for that one family, it doesn't make the news in the same way. But for that one family, it's just as serious as Hurricane Ian or Hurricane Fiona. So we're doing that too. And in kind of in a modern era where we've been doing this for a long time, we got started with Clara Barton in the late 1800s, and we're carry forward to today. We're adapting based on things we're seeing in the climate. We know that people live in coastal areas more. Storms are coming. The intensity is there sufficient to cause so much damage, as we're seeing again. And so time has gone forward, and so has the need to help people. There's more and more people to help. There's so much we have to do.
Hey, I just got word, Adam. I want to take a look at the screen because I think we're going to see something pop up in just a second. I want to take a look at this because I just got word from my producer. I think we have a massive look at that.
Oh, wow.
Tony,
wow.
That's not a dot. That's a comma, right? That's a comma. You got me, right?
$40,000 in a single donation.
That is amazing.
40,000. Oh,
that is amazing.
First of all, thank you, Skills. But 40,000, that's just a partial part of their total donation. $75,000 by Skills today. Honestly, hey, they're local to Las Vegas. They are putting up the money. They're showing that they care. And Adam, I have to ask you, someone with the American Red Cross, how far can $75,000 go?
It's a godsend. It really is. I mean, this kind of money and the combined strength of all the donations that are coming in today, this is keeping. You've seen the pictures. Shelters, scores and scores and scores of shelters filled with thousands and thousands of people. These shelters are able to stay open because of generous donations just like this. We're able to continue to feed. We're able to continue to house, give people mental health support. We're able to get them connected with their families if they've been separated during disaster. So many things. The emergency response vehicles can still go into communities, can still bring meals to people who aren't at the shelters. We haven't even talked about those people. The shelters are full, but there's so many people outside of the shelters who still need.
Tony, I might not have been like very good at math, but trust me, I took a couple classes in college for math, so I can do it right here. $725. That covers a local disaster response, right? So let's do the math. 725 to 75,000. That's 10,000 responses. That you can put that in the bank.
It's amazing. It's a life-saving level of support. It does so much to we talk about all the stuff, and sometimes we lose sight of the fact that this money also helps a little kid to feel safe. For a mom to know my babies are going to be okay because there's formula, there's diapers, there's the very human aspect that sometimes we lose sight of. I try not to ever lose sight of it. You guys have been talking about it today, but that's the stuff that really makes the difference, right? There is all the things, and the things bring comfort. The things bring need. They fill needs, but at the end of the day, people feel better because of the work we're doing, because of these donations. Yeah, that's amazing.
And like on top of that, right? I think if people lose focus, you know, when Hurricane Ian hits the news, it's there for a week. It's in front of everyone's mind, but the impact of what these natural disasters can have isn't just for that week. You know, we have people that aren't going to be able to go home for months on end. And how is that long-term response from American Red Cross? How do you guys really handle those key issues when it comes to people being displaced for months on end?
Yeah, we see the need. We know the storms are coming, so we can, first of all, we can pre-stage equipment. We can bring volunteers and staff in advance. We're ready on the ground when the storms hit. That's number one. Number two, we also can forecast and say, because of the number of people that we expect to be displaced, and then the number of people we see being displaced, we also can forecast out and know how long is our initial response going to last. In this case, we know that we plan to phase one. Phase one is January, is staying until at least January. There'll be reassessments that happen all the time, and then we'll know beyond January what are the next steps, what are the next steps. And among all the things we've talked about, some that we haven't is, you know, people are going to be able to leave the shelters at some point and go back to their homes. But their homes aren't in the same condition as when they left. And in some cases, people can't work anymore. So there's financial assistance also for people that qualified for that, both in the short term and possibly in the long term as well. So we're looking to help long term.
Honestly, and you talked about it a little bit about how it's not just, you know, a community response, it's an individual response sometimes. Someone's house burns down. So there's individual disasters that happen all the time in this country. If you are an individual that went through something, how do you get in touch with the American Red Cross? How can you ensure that you get that support that the American Red Cross is willing to offer?
Yeah, redcross.org is the quickest way. 1-800-RED-CROSS if you're talking about the phone. If we're in one of these circumstances, of course, where we're already evacuated, you look for the red vest, look for the Red Cross, and you can be assured that when you walk up and let that person know that you have a need, you can expect that we're going to address that.
Right, and honestly, knowledge is power. I think a lot of people don't realize or understand the resources that are available. So even if it doesn't impact you guys at home, what you can remember is having that knowledge, and then you hear about someone's disaster on social media, you can come with that knowledge and let them know, hey, help is there, come out and get that support. Adam, it's been a pleasure to talk to you guys. This is Adam Whitaker. I just wanted to make sure everyone sees this beautiful face. If you're in Vegas, come say hi, because this man will talk your ear off. Honestly, he knows everything about the American Red Cross. Is there anyone you want to shout out? Anything that you really want to just take this moment, you know, get it off your chest? Anything in particular?
I want to get back to the competition, but I will take just a moment and say to everyone who's given any donation at all, any gift at all, small or large, it all adds up and it all works together to do the things that we've been talking about. I'm particularly grateful for friends and colleagues, both staff and volunteers alike, who are on the ground now in both Florida and in Puerto Rico and in Alaska and all over the country in a variety of ways, doing just the work we've been talking about. The shout out goes to you, and then the shout out goes, of course, again to those that have been helping us out. By the way, there's only going to be, at the end of all this, there's going to be one champion, right?
Yeah.
But they're all winners. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you.
They're all
really
winners today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Adam. It's been a pleasure to talk to you guys. If you still are thinking about donating, you know, we have some prize support. If you just give $10, you'll be entered for a giveaway. $50, an even better giveaway. There's so much action here today, not only on the stage, but on your TV at home. Check out what you're able to win. So just, you know, $10, you know, you might come home with the whole streaming setup, Tony. Look at this. You got a capture card, headphones. That's everything you need to do to maybe next year be a part of the campaign and help raise money for the American Red Cross.
I'm about to go donate right now. I'm just saying, man, that's a whole streaming setup. You can get right in there, but again, it's more about what it is your money actually goes to. Again, it's the $50 one right here. You're seeing, oh my gosh, you see that headset RGB lighting. Oh, no, I want that right now. The Wave 3 as well. That's a top of the line microphone.
Throw your hat in the ring.
Hey, there we go.
I
Might have to put it.
got my
Hey, Adam,
phone.
you might have to do it. I hear you have some gamers at home that maybe are interested.
I do.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
do. Yes,
There are
we do.
people. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's for a Christmas gift down the line. Whatever it is, we're excited for you guys to be a part of today's campaign. We're gonna get back to some Halo action soon, so join us in a quick break. When we come back, round 4 of our last Spartan Standing competition is here.
When the tornadoes hit, that was the scariest moment of my life. We can hear the trains all the time, and I was like, man, that train is very loud. I kept listening, and I was like, that's not a train. So I got up and I looked out the window, and it was completely pitch black, and lightning struck, and I seen the tornado coming at me. Oh, wow. And I had time to grab my son underneath my arm and take off running to the bathroom. And before I got out of my room, the windows come in on me. It was an eye-opening experience, what Mother Nature can do. The damage from the tornado was significant. The back half of the house was destroyed. The roof come off, the ridge cap come off. Water was just pouring in everywhere. I was like, what are we gonna do? You know, we have no place to go. We are in a hotel now. The Red Cross has generously put us up in a hotel. They deliver us lunch. They deliver us dinner at night. They make sure that we are well taken care of. If we didn't receive assistance from the Red Cross, I don't know where we'd be. So I am truly, truly, truly grateful from the bottom of my heart for the donors of the Red Cross for helping me and my family.
Welcome back to the American Red Cross Rescue Royale Grand Finals, Tony. We're approaching the end of today's tournament, but the competition has been fierce. What have you taken away from these first rounds of competition?
Well, so far I've taken away that Wiccan is an absolute animal. Woo. This man is on a different level. Whether it's last Spartan Standing, 4v4s, 2v2s, the man does it all. I haven't got the chance to actually take a peek at the leaderboard just yet, but I could do. I got 10 fingers and I got a few toes.
Yeah,
I
right.
can figure out that Wiccan is most likely in the lead.
Yeah, he's been incredible thus far, but let's be aware, the comeback kid, the second seed in today's competition article, who's on your screen. This man had a great round last time, was able to get double-digit kills and a victory in the last Spartan Standing. This is going to be his opportunity to get himself back into the fight for first place.
Yeah, we've been talking about Wiccan and the performance that he's been putting on so far today, but Article's the real deal. Even we saw Crossfire going toe-to-toe with Wiccan without even having the lives to work with. Crossfire, I'm telling you, watch out. If he keeps that same energy that he did in round number 4, we can see him make a last-minute run going towards your Rescue Royale.
And we've seen a lot of performances in spurts from other competitors. Sharpsy had incredible rounds. We've seen Joe M. Shire have big kills as well, but it was all Article in our last round. And now, is Article going to keep up? Is he going to be consistent in our next round? Is Wiccan going to come back and establish his dominance once again? Or is there another competitor lurking in the shadows that can start to get themselves in a conversation for first place?
Yeah, one thing we really noticed about Wiccan is that he doesn't have 2 bad games in a row. The man doesn't have any single bad games, but we notice he wins game number 1, still does a great job in game number 2, but doesn't get the win. Game 3 comes in hot with that win. Game 4.
Shaky.
A little bit. I'm saying that game 5, though, If the pattern continues, he should be able to come out with a big win and most likely a dominant one. Double-digit kills. It's what he's done so far.
So you're saying history might repeat itself, you know, maybe going back to round 1, but I will say Article, he has to be riding that momentum. You know what I'm saying? He must be ready to rock. We're locked and loaded. The players are in. Here we are, round number 5 of our last Spartan standing competition. Who will be the last on the map? And so far, we've seen opening kills from Tugboat and Sharpsy.
Who's going to be that last Spartan standing? Will it be the man on screen, Guxity? Will it be Article? Will it be Crossfire? Or will it be, once again, Wiccan as we switch gears over towards Crossfire? Quickly going over toward the height, grabbing himself an overshield, assault rifle, and disruptor already, and an overshield in the back pocket. This could be huge for young Crossfire.
Putting that overshield on, and Wiccan's got some fans to donate to the cause. The Wiccan with some homies back home giving to the cause. Remember, we're not only watching great gameplay today, we're also raising money to a great cause, the American Red Cross, and their disaster relief that they can supply for everyone.
Yeah, once you guys realize at home, again, you're seeing the $40,000, you're seeing the $75,000, all these crazy numbers start to pop up on screen, but don't worry, you can make a difference, whether it's $5, $10, even a blanket to put around a young child. That warmth, that coziness, that could be huge. I'm telling you guys, every bit counts and it all adds up.
And remember, it's one of my favorite movies. Remember Batman, Bruce Wayne? It was a police officer put the blanket on the shoulder. You know, I was like, going back, I'm a bit of a DC kid. Oh, but you know, everyone, we're trying to make sure everyone can feel that support, and we want to make sure that we have a crown to give out at the end of today's competition. Wiccan has been the favorite thus far, but a couple early deaths puts him in a dangerous position. If he gets caught off guard, he could be in a dangerous point in this game.
Back so far, on his face, not able to get the kill to it. Sharpsy gonna put him down. And I feel like every time Wiccan goes down the kill feed, everybody rejoices a bit in the lobby. Like, oh great, somebody else has a chance now as Wiccan adds another death. And Crossfire on. Does he die? That assault rifle sidekick combination. Jinx moving on to the height of it. Looking to get in a bit of a third party. Joe M. Shire in the middle of the map. Nowhere to go. But the black screen as Jinx luck really starting to turn around.
Joe M. Shire caught in a rock in a hard place. 2 ARs hunting him down, and well, the kill goes to his opponent. Article still hasn't died on this map, and he is racking up the kills. Wiccan! Oh, this is dangerous if this kill goes through. The AR shot from across the way, and Wiccan very low on lives, and Article's doing it again. The AR from across the map finding kill after kill. Joe, you aren't safe. Article's on his way.
Well, Article down to 1 shot, not able to get the kill. Joe M. Shire comes in with that dynamo grenade and puts him down immediately, and right back to the height advantage he goes, still having 3 lives to work with. Once the grenade, the AI scan coming in, Guxity taking down Tugboat, gonna get himself an assault rifle. A bit of a slow game for Guxity, but we know how he's able to value his life over towards the end game.
And Tony, honestly, I want to maybe take a look at Wiccan. He just died again. How many lives does Wiccan have left? It feels like he's been on the back end of these fights time and time again, and it's his last life. Oh no, Wiccan, he could be one of the first ones out in this 5th round.
We talked about it before. It's not about how well you start, but it's about how you finish. And so far, Wiccan not having the best round number 5. Still enough time, but we can only imagine Wiccan is going to change up his strategy just a little bit. With all of these Spartans still on the map, it's going to be really tough for him to start any kind of engagement and come out alive. Off-screen, Sharpsy able to take down Joe. Article really using this equipment as bait a little bit before finally committing to it, grabbing himself an overshield. Now we're seeing Sharpsy finding himself a camouflage player, able to take him down. Guxity goes in. I can only imagine he has one more life to work with, similar to Wiccan.
And Sharpsy and Article are going off in this game. Article still plenty of lives to go. Sharpsy with all the kills, 9 and 6 respectively between the two. But this is what's dangerous. Article, he has an overshield on his body, and he has one in the back pocket. He can be hyper aggressive in this position and find kill after kill. And well, he's only 50 points away from an upgrade. And you know what that means, Tony? It's time for the Commando.
And Article going right after Crossfire. That's a huge kill because there's one more competitor that's close to maybe usurping him onto the leaderboard. It's going to be Crossfire. So it's not just about how many kills you have, but it's also who you're taking down. As Article pops that overshield, Wiccan down to his final life, has to try to get out of dodge, having a repulsor in the back pocket. Might have to use it, but able to somehow stay alive and get out of the lines of sight of Article, who was chasing him down with that double overshield combination.
He knew he didn't stand a chance. He got away, and Article stands strong in his cubby. No more overshield in that back pocket on his second one, but he knows there's players around. Crossfire taking heavy damages in the back, not able to get the cleanup, checking the escape routes. But Wiccan's come back! Wiccan wants the damage. Article versus Wiccan in the back base.
The prey has become the hunter. Now Wiccan chasing down Article. Nade starting to rain down. No, he loves that cubby. So plasma, spikes, everything. Sink at him at that point. Everything being thrown at Article, but nobody home just yet. Wiccan now gonna have to slow things down once again. Again, he has no lives to work with. Still plenty of enemies on the map. 5 to be exact. Can Wiccan stay alive, get towards the fourth quarter of this game?
Article has 7 kills. Sharpsy with 10. These are the 2 players to watch out for, but Article, he has so many lives left. Did he spot the player at the top left, Tony? I don't think he did. It's Sharpsy, the kill leader of this round, who's in the high ground. He's looking. Does he hear someone? Look at, he knows all the little spots on the map. This is a man that's been practicing for today's competition. Spots the overshield player. Oh no, they're to the left and right. He's trying to get away. He has no lives. He's getting hunted down, and Article takes the last one. Sharpsy. Not sure if he had any more respawns left, but Article, he finds himself in a great position to win this round.
Article bringing us down to 4 Spartans remaining, and the 1v1. Hold on, Article putting Crossfire down. That's going to be a killing spree. 5 kills in a row, down to 1 shot, able to regain his shield. Just 3 Spartans on the map, and look, Article having 5 lives to work with.
Oh my god, 5 lives to work with, but that could work against him if Wiccan's the last one. No, Wiccan's last life is null and void. Joe takes down the kill leader of today's competition. It's 1v1. Joe versus Article.
Joe M. Shire, another player that wants to climb that leaderboard, very capable. We saw his shots are absolutely devastating, but Article has that overshield. Joe having nothing to work with. The Bulldog comes in, puts the shotty to the body. Joe goes down, and Article takes round 5.
Hey, it's the comeback kid. It's the miracle in process. We thought this was Wiccan's tournament to win, but Article is coming out strong. Back-to-back victories. And we're heading into our last round. And Tony, it's going to be a barn burner. Can Article complete the comeback?
So far, it's been really that two-kill race, like a 2-game race going between Article and Wiccan. They're neck and neck right now in the leaderboards. I can only imagine. I can imagine that Wiccan has a slight lead based on them having those 2 wins, but Article is literally right behind him. I know Crossfire might be in the conversation. Duck City might be towards the top half of the leaderboard, but it's really between Article and Wiccan, your number 1 and number 2 seed coming out of qualifiers.
Honestly, it's been incredible to watch the last couple rounds to see how Article has really stepped up to the plate and is trying to vie for that first place finish. Let's go back down to the stage with Jolly as she has Article ready for an interview.
Article, once again, I am here with you 2 rounds in a row, so you got to be feeling pretty good at this point. Have you hit your stride now? Is this how round 6 is going to go? Because you only got 1 more chance to rack up points.
In the words of Kobe, man, job's not done. So we got to get the job done, 1 more round, and let's get after it.
Well, you've already racked up quite a few points here, but when we talk about this tournament in general, what it has to offer, just based on the fact that it was an open qualifier and also all of the proceeds, these donations are going to the American Red Cross, what does an event like this mean to you?
It honestly means so much. I've also done, I've hosted my own charity event for this event as well. So raising about like $300, $400 as my first ever charity event, it's super, impactful for me because we get to help families and individuals that are being affected from all over the world that we don't even know, but we're allowed to help them, through the game that we love, Halo. So it means a lot that we can all come together out here to support a good cause and to help people all over the world that need our help. Go Halo.
Yeah, go Halo. Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you for doing your own stream alongside, being here for the big day. Congratulations. We'll see how things work out for you as we go into round 6. Let's head back up to the booth and check in with the casters.
Hey, Article made a really good point there. He helped raise money before he even competed. He got through for competition, but you hear that he raised $300, $400 with his own community. And I think that's so valuable. You know, not only here just to play the Halo, but also help support the great cause, just like how people at home can help support the great cause today, Tony.
Yeah, even if you don't have the money to give away yourself, you still have the power to really make a change. But, you know, if you have a stream, if you have a platform, if you have a community, you can obviously do these events yourself. Or just, hey, send the link out to your friends and family. How many times have we heard somebody just send it out to family over in New York, them coming in hot, and before you know it, $1,000 here, $2,000 there. Again, you can make a difference. Not even just about the money coming out of your pocket, but who you can reach out to.
Right, and hey, guys, look, you see that below us? Scan that QR code. It'll give you an instant link to donate now. And honestly, every little bit counts. We talked about how $5 supplies that one blanket, but let's say you give just under $100. Let's say $95. Well, that provides food, blankets, any supplies that an average family would need for a full day, going such a long way. And well, so many people are in need of donations today. Guys, if you have the opportunity, please do your best. What's going on, Tony?
Whoa, hold on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize, but hold on. $527 coming on the screen. Oh, they say ask, you shall receive. So, my gosh.
Conclave Collective Gamers Unite, able to give $527, and that's enough money to make sure that they can deploy an emergency response vehicle for a day. And then with the leftovers, they can provide food and shelter for a family of 4 with just that amount. Incredible support that we're seeing today. $527, baby. That's tippable for sure.
If I had a hat on it.
Yeah, we're tipping the hat, baby.
A bit of a bow.
A little bow?
Over $500. There's no way we're going to have any. What is going? $1,250 coming in.
They have been raising money for a month-long period, and well, it's coming to fruition now. $1,250 from Sierra Kura, able to provide all of that support. $1,000, that's enough to cover a local disaster response and make sure that those vehicles can be on the site as well.
Wow, over $1,000 coming in at one time. Again, we talk about how every bit makes a difference at $5, $10, $15, but it seems amazing. I'm about to have a heart attack and fall over. $500, $1,250, guys. It's honestly been amazing to be a part of this. It really has been, and we're not done yet.
No, we're not done.
We still have one more game ahead of us.
Honestly, Tony, it's been happy. You know, I want to give my thanks to everyone that's been doing it. Tony, honestly, let me feel some love from you real fast, man, because this has been incredible. Honestly, it's been overwhelming with the support that we've seen today, and from, you know, the competition down there is great, but what we've been able to see from the community, people that have been helping raising money, people that have been stepping up to the plate, we thank you. We have one more round of competition left. When we come back, it's going to be on your screen. Who will be our last Spartan standing?
Help, hope, healing, and heart. As part of the world's largest humanitarian network, the American Red Cross serves people in need all around the globe. When international disasters strike, we act swiftly by contributing funds, deploying experts, and delivering life-saving aid. As families pick up the pieces, we give them the means to repair their livelihoods, their homes, and their sense of normalcy. We equip communities with the tools they need to respond to future disasters, like teaching first aid to kids in Myanmar, to refugees in Bangladesh, and to those eager to help their neighbors. Through our global reach, we can trace the fate of family members separated by war, disaster, and migration. We help reunite long-lost siblings and bring closure to grieving mothers. Thanks in part to the American Red Cross, children in places like Ethiopia, Indonesia, and Haiti receive vaccinations for measles and rubella. Local Red Cross and Red Crescent volunteers walk door to door to ensure kids are protected against these deadly diseases. The American Red Cross brings hope and healing via the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement. Our neutrality, impartiality, and independence give local teams access to people in need, no matter who they are or what they believe. Our teams deliver relief in areas no other humanitarians can reach. Borders divide our earth, but unity defines our mission.
Welcome back to the American Red Cross Rescue Royale Grand Finals, live from the HyperX Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tony, I've been having a lot of fun. You know, this is my hometown. It's been great to see a bunch of Halo players being able to experience it for the first time or coming back to have some fun, but it's been an incredible competition thus far.
And you know what? You've been an amazing host. I feel honored to be your guest here. It's been absolutely amazing. I love the competition as well. We've seen some of the 8 of the best last Spartan standing players we have had. Also, again, we got to talk about the support. You guys in the chat, you guys coming out and coming in big with the donations. We have one more game until we crown a last Spartan standing, but also that means only one more chance for you guys to make a difference. So I'm just saying, if you haven't done it already, make sure you come and be a part of something great. Be a part of what we're doing here today.
Yeah, the Rescue Royale has been such a fun event. You know, this isn't just today. There's been a lot of lead up to the competition today. People have been raising money for a month, having those live streams on, making sure that their community knows about today, has been raising money, and we've seen incredible support from people thus far today, Tony. And honestly, it's been a blessing to be here and to be able to raise so much money to help those in need.
It really has been, and it's been an honor to be here. We've seen some amazing competition where, you know, overall, this event has been absolutely fantastic. And a hundo, $100 out of WMD Gaming. I've seen that name before. If I'm correct, I believe Article, he's crossed paths a few times with WMD. In fact, I believe he's wearing their hoodie right now.
WMD Gaming giving the support. When you see Article on that stage, well, then he's repping the WMD boys. And honestly, they're repping those who are in need. Honestly, Florida, it's been a rough couple of weeks, and it's going to be even more rough for some families in the next coming weeks. Every single dollar goes to help those that are in need. And honestly, if you're watching today, you have a little bit to give. Maybe, you know, maybe if you want to help support, you can also give it. You can come into a giveaway. You know what I'm saying? $10, Tony. You get entered in for a giveaway, and there is a capture card, headphones, everything that you kind of need to
microphone.
Yeah, everything you kind of need to start a streaming career. It's there. You know, honestly, give a little bit of money, and you're gonna have a great opportunity to really be on the forefront of helping in next year's Rescue Royale.
So with that donation to WMD Gaming, does he get? He's entered not only into one giveaway, but I believe two, right?
Because
two different giveaways.
Yeah, because at $50, you get to join another giveaway that has that beautiful microphone right there. I'm telling you, man, those Elgato devices are the real deal. If you're trying to get into streaming, yeah, honestly, for streamers, it's a godsend. Make sure that if you want a chance to win that streamer package giveaway, this is your opportunity. Make sure that you get involved, and honestly, it's going to be a great cause. We're going to have some great gameplay today. Round 5 was an absolute barn burner. We saw Article able to take the win, and he's threatening that first place position.
Yeah, we haven't got the chance to actually take a peek at the leaderboards, but I can only imagine as of right now, it's a 2-man race between Article and Wicked. There's probably a few coming up, pulling up the rear. I can imagine Crossfire being up there, Guck City being up there toward the top half of the leaderboard. But when I'm talking about who legitimately has a chance to come out with the win, who are the favorites going into this round number 6, I can't think of any other than Article and Wicked.
No, they've been absolutely incredible, but there's been those that have been sneaking. You know, a Sharpsy has been putting on some great kill performances. Hasn't been the last Spartan standing, but has been able to put up some great numbers. Jinx had a great game last time around, but it was Article that took that back-to-back dub, and well, he's looking for the three-peat, Tony, looking to be the GOAT of LSS today. Honestly, it's been a huge touching point. Who in the community can compete with the pros in LSS? And honestly, it's always been Article and Wiccan have been the two players that everyone talks about.
Yeah, but like you said, I mean, giving a shout out to multiple players. I gotta give a shout out to Crossfire because it wasn't that long ago in round number 4 where he was able to take back-to-back kills on most likely who's leading in Wiccan and almost stealing that game away from him. Crossfire, I'm looking at you. This is your time. It's round number 6. No time like the present to have a pop-off game.
Yeah, this is your time to make some noise. We start to see kills unfold. It's going to be Wiccan who strikes first. The trades come through. The damage is in. And we already see, look at Sharpsy, 2 assists early on. That's going to be enough to earn him an assault rifle.
Article ends up going down after trading out his life with Guxity. So that's going to be bad for him going into the final half of the leaderboard. You know he has to make up a bit of room to catch up to Wiccan most likely here. Sharpsy, we talked about his shots being one of the best. He's always taking these gunfights, starting in 1v1, ends up in a bit of a 1v2. Article coming in, stealing away that life onto Sharpsy. Looks like Wiccan's going to end up going down as well. Lots of damage and lots of bodies being dropped here, and the last man remaining is going to be Jinx.
Jinx trying his best to stay alive. It's been chaos on this side of the map, and he will be the last to stay alive. And do you see that, Tony? That's $100 by Grego.
Shout out my man Grego, another hundo. Again, this is the last opportunity for anybody to come out with the win in this game, but also your last opportunity to come in and be a part of this. I want to see more. Let's see another hundo on the screen. Who's matching my man Grego?
Oh, Grego, what an MVP. But we're trying to figure out who the MVP of today's competition is going to be. Article needs to put up some big numbers, but look at Jinx yet to die, the third-party king in today's round.
Jace is holding onto this height advantage. This is a power position. It is so hard for anybody to get an angle on you to ultimately put you down. You can make Jinx weak up there, but it's going to be really hard for you to finish that kill. Joe M. Shire having to give up his height advantage. Chasing away that player. Get off my lawn, says Joe.
Honestly, I want to maybe take a look at our observer POV for a second, Tony. I want to see where all these players are standing with the kill feed. Jinx versus Wicked, and well, Jinx takes down that valuable player, Wicked, falling once again 2 deaths early on for Wicked. He needs to be able to shore it up. He is defending his lead in this game.
We still have 8 players in the lobby at the moment here, but eventually with this action going on the way it is, we might be down to 7, maybe 6 real soon. Crossfire trying to escape the cubby. You know he wants to get aggressive. Dynamo grenades come in. Those are going to be the hit marks, letting you know exactly where it is. Overshield on Overshield. Prime and Crossfire hitting on the assault rifle shot. Pulls out the sidekick. FBI tugboat. He had just been sank.
And this is really the race between Wiccan and Article to determine who's going to be the top player in today's lobby. Article having those phenomenal back-to-back performances. Wiccan's lead has to feel pressure.
That's right now. It was going to update here. Productions let me know that Article currently is sitting in the number 1 spot with 48 points total. Right behind him is Wicked, only down by 3 kills at 45. And then Sharpsy is sitting in 3rd place with 35 kills. So if he has a crazy game, he can climb up this leaderboard. But as of right now, Article and Wicked separated by just 3 points, 3 kills.
Article looking to complete the comeback. The icy kid from Boston. He has been phenomenal. But can we see some of these players play spoiler? Because right now, you know, it's not likely that they're going to be able to catch up to those 2, but they can absolutely put them on their respawn screen and ruin their chances.
And as we talked about before, Crossfire being down by 10 kills, only having 3 lives to work with. He's really going to have to make some magic happen. Meanwhile, Wicked sitting up high, loud and proud up there. Shot started connecting with the Commando, ends up getting a big kill. Sharpsy goes down, courtesy of Joe M. Shire and his active camouflage, 4 lives to work with himself. Still all players on the map.
Wiccan's in a dangerous position here, right? Only 2 kills and 4 deaths. He has to be valuing his lives. An Article, well, once again, keeping his lives in check. Only 2 deaths thus far and has 3 kills. as long as he can be one of those last players in this lobby, he's going to have a chance for those bonus points and secure his victory.
Sharpsy getting hold of that repulsor, going to utilize it immediately to take height, and now Sharpsy sitting up high, sidekick and assault rifle off the screen. It looks like Tugboat ends up going down. Same for Drinks. Crossfire able to get himself a big kill, but Sharpsy better be careful. He has no lives to work with at the moment.
Sharpsy still taking that high ground, but the problem playing these high grounds, Tony, is you're a little bit slower, and sometimes you just have to charge into that action.
Crossfire on screen. Nate starting to rain down, but down to one shot he goes. Crossfire really going to take down to the middle ground and try to play his life. Hasn't been hunted down just yet. Back up to full shields as Crossfire trying to get right back into the action. Sharpsy, as you mentioned before, sitting in that third place spot. Trying to make something happen, but Sharpsy ends up going down and doesn't have enough kills in order to compete for that top 2 spots. Third place might be where he ends, or unless somebody's able to climb up the leaderboard, maybe usurp him, bring him down to 4th.
Tony, this is dangerous. Wiccan's on his last life. He fell off the map, and it resulted in a trade. And now this, I honestly feel like this is Article's game to win. He has the lead. It's going to be up to Wiccan to make a wicked performance to get back into this game.
And we've been talking about how important these kills are when it's kill race style, but now with these 2 players only separated by 3 points, even the win, that extra 2 points can be critical because I'm going to get a kill for
Tony,
the game.
It's Article and Wicked.
We're going to come in, but hold on, Wicked dropping the nades down, able to take down Article. You said only 1 life remaining, but he's going to make it count as he takes down his biggest competition in Article. And now going to move in for another equipment, and it's an active camouflage in the back pocket of Wicked, already having the overshield to work with. Can Wicked come out with the win?
These are the 2 players that we have to be worried about, Wiccan and Article. And we see them engaging once again. Article trying his best to get away from this. But you have to remember, oh my god, you see that curve slide? He gets the camo on. Wiccan, he's gone ghost, and he's looking to find Article. Oh my god, Article did it! It's the spike nades, Tony! It's the spike nades from across the map! He was able to challenge back in the camo. It played no impact because those spikes, they home in! And Wicked has no more respawns.
And if you're Article, you must be feeling confident this one. There was only 1 player that was in position to steal away the #1 spot, and he ends up going down for the final time here. Now, there's other players on the map, and obviously they have some kind of miraculous game. I'm talking about a 15, 16, or a 17 kill game. Maybe they can take down Article, but we're talking about, I mean, is it possible? Yes. Is it probable?
This might be the victory lap for Article. Fam, get on your feet because this man, I believe, has done it. Article has been incredible thus far and has played a beautiful game, a Cinderella story from the back half. It was all Wiccan early on, but it's this man on your screen who has taken the lead and looks to be in a dominant position to be our last Spartan standing.
But there's still 4 Spartans on the map, and I'm just saying, if I'm Article, I might as well end it with the win. I'm just saying, you know you're probably the favorite to come out on top, but end it in style. That's what I want to see. I also want to see Joe M. Shire putting the Bulldog into Crossfire. Still 4 Spartans here. 3 live to work with for Joe M. Shire. Commando out. Bulldog in the back pocket, even having 1 grapple to work with. Can Joe come back in this game?
And Joe's doing his best to get the high ground. And remember, there's still pride on the line for these players, Tony. They want to get as high on that leaderboard as possible. An Article caught slipping in the zone. That extra damage makes it easy for Joe to find the kill. And now Article down to just 2 respawns.
3 Spartans on the map. This is the last chance anybody to come out with the win in your final game. Also your last chance at home to put in your donations. $5, $10, $15, $100. Guys, we're down to just a 1v1. Joe M. Shire going up against Article. Article only having 1 life to work with. If he goes down, that's going to be it. He's currently on his back foot. Joe M. Shire, the favorite to come out with the win here in round 6.
Article knows that he's underneath, but it's the Bulldog that's so worried it can be barking up a storm. Article goes down! Out of lives, and it's a last Spartan stand. We see the little celebration. Joe M. Shire wins the final round.
My man Joe, the 6'3" Spartan, able to come out with the big win. But I took a look at that scoreboard. I'm pretty sure Article might have finished off with double-digit kills. We already knew he was sitting on the top of the leaderboard. I'm going to say most likely he's going to be your last Spartan standing. But, man, what an incredible tournament this was, your American Red Cross Rescue Royale.
And honestly, I'm just happy that Joe was able to get that win at the end. You saw him looking real happy, got that celebration, and it gave him a little bit of a little bit of a smile. That's what I love to see from our competitors. Joe M. Shire going out in style. You know, you might not have gotten first, but those extra points at the end, making a phenomenal push at the end of the game, it's going to put him up that leaderboard, and he's going to have some bragging rights over some of these players.
Yeah, great job for Joe. Big win indeed. Big plays by Article and Wicked, man. These two obviously left it all on the line. It was a two-game race, a two-player race going into that final game. Eventually, Wicked going down a lot earlier than expected. I know Sharpsy was sitting in third place, and it was still, I mean, if he would have maybe a 17, 18, or 19 kill game, maybe he could have came out on top, but that was really tough. This was a great competition so far. Congratulations to everybody on stage, but especially Article.
And honestly, it's been phenomenal. We saw incredible gameplay. Wicked Article going at it in that last round. Article seemed as if he got the last laugh. We saw Joe M. Shire do his best to get the victory, and we were able to raise a ton of money for the American Red Cross and be able to help so many of these families out.
Joe M. Shire, he's going to be the winner of our round number 6, our final round here. As we said multiple times, this was the last opportunity for anybody to come out with the win. Joe M. Shire stealing the win on this one. Again, your last chance to put in those donations. Come on in. Let's make it a full team.
It's been incredible thus far. I believe the tabulations being done. Wow. We get the confirmation of who won today's tournament. Let's go back down to the main stage with Jolly.
We've had here today, and close ones at that, to the point where we are still having to tally those guys up. In the meantime, though, of course, Why Not in Tools, we're letting you guys know you still have the opportunity to donate here, and not just for this event. Always keep in mind, you can go to redcross.org. You can also follow the gaming page here for the Red Cross. It is at Red Cross Gaming on Twitter. If you want to keep up with any of the other events that they might be holding here in the future, or other ways maybe that you can participate and begin to donate yourself. We have a lot of partners that showed up today. And on top of that, we have a lot of individuals here who showed up to support the people that are up here on stage. So while we figure that tally out, let's bring down these two lovely gentlemen. We've been working together. We've been so far apart so far today. How do you guys feel after those games?
I feel incredible, Tony. This was incredible. Hey, all of y'all that played today, you guys did a phenomenal job. We were able to raise a ton of money, Tony. Honestly, I couldn't be more proud of what we were able to do today.
It was absolutely amazing to be a part of this. You're gonna pound here. Let's go. These guys were absolutely phenomenal. They left it all on the line. Joe M. Shire with the big win in round number 6. Article doing his work. Wicked over to everybody was absolutely phenomenal. This was an amazing event to be a part of.
I mean, hey, I cannot be more proud. Guys, it's been phenomenal to be here. We raised some good money. We were able to watch some great gameplay. Honestly, this has been just a fabulous night.
Absolutely. Fabulous night. And we still have some more exciting news to get to, right? It was a tight competition, but at the end of the day, there is only one last Spartan standing. And tonight, our winner of last Spartan standing here for the Red Cross is Article!
Woo! Let's go! Let fam
stand up! There he is.
Oh my.
Hey, you take this, my man.
Thank you.
Article. You were down early on in this series. Wiccan was putting on one heck of a tournament. What happened in those last rounds? How did you get so icy?
I honestly have no words. There is really nothing. I think if you guys watch my streams or know anything about me, I'm all about passion. It doesn't matter how far down you are, where you come from. If you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And I believed in myself today, from my org owner coming here to support me, from the Lay fam at home, everyone at home watching, everyone in this stadium. It's just been a blast, and I genuinely can't thank you guys enough. And I wouldn't have gotten this dub without all the love and support here from everybody. Thank you.
Now, hey, you might have done it by yourself here today, but La Fam at home, you not only were you able to win today's competition, but I also heard you raised money before you even got here. How was the process of raising some money for the American Red Cross?
The process, to be honest, it was easy. It was a blessing. I have a very supportive community, and like I said, this cause right here means so much because we get to help families and individuals just come back from disasters, you know, and we all know what it's like when we're down, and no one likes to be down, so it's really amazing, and it's a blessing where we can all come together, play the game that we love, and help people all over the world that need our help, and it was just a blast.
It sounds like you had an amazing time here in the Rescue Royale. Would you do it again? I'm just saying, I think we need to run this back at some point, a little more last Spartan standing.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think we need more LSS tournaments, 343. If you're watching this, please bring the LSS back to matchmaking, man. We need it, please. But I would definitely do this again. This was awesome. Shout out to everybody back here, man. You guys are all champions. I want you to know that, all right? And shout out to everybody here. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, it was a blessing.
Thank you. What wise words from your article. And I like to hear that it was easy for you, right? A lot of people might see it as a daunting process, but all it takes is putting your nose to the grindstone and doing it, right? Whether it's going for wins and grinding out the game, or if it's trying to raise some money for a fantastic cause, which we did both of those things here today. So all of us do feel very blessed. And while you guys are sending your final donations in, I want to give the hugest of shout outs to Skills. Their efforts and generosity will provide support for hundreds of families and thousands of people impacted by Hurricane Ian. So big thank you to Skills and their community for playing such a big part in our fundraiser. And a huge shout out to everybody else that has been here today, whether it's the players, whether it's the people that showed up to support, whether we are talking about Skills. All of the donors that showed up, did interviews with us, raised their own money, spent their own time, effort, and their own money as well to try to get some money to go for a good cause. So thank you sincerely from the deepest of our hearts, everybody that is here, and I'm sure to everyone that has been affected by Hurricane Ian. So just as a final one, here's how you can help people affected by Hurricane Ian. You can still scan that code, but again, you can go to redcross.org. Again, the Twitter page for the gaming information is going to be, it's at Red Cross Gaming here for Twitter. And again, all of these donations are going to go directly to them and going to helping people receive blankets, meals, additional supplies to support entire families, things for babies, diapers, wipes, formula. And then, of course, we've got our own little incentives here where you have the chance to win some cool prize packages on top of that. So it's all in the name of good, and you receive a little bit of good yourself, good feelings, and potentially a cool package to go home with here today. So it has been such an incredible, exciting time, but one of the big things, aside from announcing our last Spartan standing, is to see how much money we have raised in total for victims of Hurricane Ian throughout the last month. Again, this started September 15th. 2 weeks ago was when you guys had your open qualifier here and got the chance to reach top 8, which you all locked in. Congratulations again to everyone who participated and was able to find themselves here on the stage of the HyperX Arena in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, and for helping us accumulate as much money as we possibly can for a fantastic cause. Well, I got it. So I was getting the number. $147,000!
Wait, she said 147?
Hundreds of people will get the help they need thanks to the generosity of you guys at home and of our sponsors and those who decided to put on their own broadcasts to try to raise some more money. So thank you to everybody who attended here. That's going to end things for us. The Rescue Royale 2022. Again, big shout outs to American Red Cross and Skills. Thank you to absolutely everybody. And until next time, I'm Jolly.
Woo!